And researchers think they figured out how Alzheimer's disease kills brain cells.
A study published in the journal Science has connected the abnormal proteins that build up in the brain with necroptosis. It's a process also known as cellular suicide. Normally, it's a way for the body to purge unwanted cells, but is now being triggered during Alzheimer's disease. The team have identified a crucial molecule that's involved, and by blocking it in laboratory experiments, have been able to prevent brain cells dying.
The BBC's James Gallagher. Finland is joining its three Baltic neighbors in banning vehicles with Russian license plates from entering their territory, a joint move in line with recent European Union sanctions against Moscow over the war in Ukraine. The Finnish foreign minister says that Russian-registered private cars would be banned from entering the country as of midnight. News and analysis at townhall.com. The border crisis, those living it up close and personal say it's going from bad to worse.
The sheriff of Arizona's easternmost border county is calling on state and federal officials for help with the sudden daily releases of more than 100 migrants seeking asylum in the U.S., including families with small children. Sheriff Mark Daniels of Cochise County said Thursday the rural area doesn't have shelters or other infrastructure to attend to the needs of migrants. Many of them are from faraway countries in Western Africa and Southeast Asia. Daniels said Customs and Border Protection has been overwhelmed with arrivals. Keith Peters reporting.
Indicted by a federal grand jury, Hunter Biden is accused of lying on a federal form to purchase a gun. The form asks about a person's drug use. Biden allegedly lied by denying using drugs at a time when he has openly admitted that he was using crack cocaine. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy, oh so happy Friday, everybody. We made it. Storms and all.
That's right.
We made it.
It was quite the downpour yesterday.
Yeah, we got
hail.
We did get some hail.
It was pelting us.
My wife,
the house,
got caught right in the middle of all that.
Oh, really?
Well, she yesterday and today are parent-teacher conference days for students across the region.
Enjoy your day off, kids.
Yeah. So my wife, she had to work. The trade-off is she gets done at noon today, but she had to work till like 10:30 last night. Well, that's about that time that storm kicked in, right about 7 o'clock, at least around my end of town. And yeah, she was driving home right when the hail, and so it started hailing. And I'm like, oh, so I called her. I said, hey, Kim, where are you? She goes, I'm almost there. And then she pulled into the garage about a minute later. But yeah, I was seeing about some marble-sized hail around my house.
Marble-sized, big pea-sized, I guess.
Yeah.
I opened the door and a couple pieces came in.
Lima bean, maybe?
Yeah,
Is that official sign?
lima bean-sized. And the kids were fascinated by it. It was like, yeah, ice falls from the sky, kids. And we ran. It was like, it's called hail. And she was because they're learning about weather patterns in school.
Okay.
So she's like, yeah, this is hail, and it happens in the sky when water droplets turn to ice and bond with what was it? Bond with other elements in the sky and create hail.
Nice.
And freeze as they fall. I'm like, okay.
She's probably less startled about the storm because.
Oh no, she was still shook.
Really?
She was still not.
I thought maybe, but because she knew like what's causing it, and that that might kind of calm that fear a little bit. But.
She was fine after the storm, and but I could tell she was still kind of a little bit anxiety ridden because like she had to sleep over with her brother last night.
Oh,
like they,
But I get that. I mean, it is it can be scary if you haven't experienced a few of them. And
exactly.
Now as you get older and jaded, you're like, oh, it's so nice.
She's like, I'm fine. I'm tough. You want to go watch TV or something and hang out together? I don't want to be alone.
You know, it's wild when like half your friends on Facebook are doing I'm outside and it's raining videos.
That's when you know you live in a dry climate.
Like everybody's standing on their front porch or back porch all going, look at this. They got some of the hail in their hands and they're all, doing the thing everybody else does when it's
raining. All just want to go, we know.
Like, I got some too. Maybe we should have a hail off. Like next time it hails, like everyone just put your, go grab some hail, take a picture. And we can have Roswell's hail off.
For some reason, I thought you were going to talk about like a hail ball fight.
Well, maybe.
Just grab a handful of hail. Whoever has the biggest one can take out more foes.
Pelt people with it.
That's right.
No, I feel like there's lawsuits there. But
for sure.
But we could see who got the biggest hail ball. But anyway. No, that's back to the hold your wee for wheeze type stuff there.
Just to do with like 67 marble-sized bruises.
Yeah,
and a concussion.
But it did rain. We got more of it potentially on the way. I'm just saying. I think we'll be okay for football, but they're talking like after football tonight, like after midnight. We're supposed to get a pretty good dousing of rain. So we'll see what happens. But,
roll your windows up. That's all we're saying.
Yeah. But it sounds like it says after midnight. So unless these games go ungodly long, I think we'll be okay.
I don't know. There's potential in Artesia for that game to go for a while.
Artesia's good.
Don't do it, man.
But Cleveland.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it before the game. You're going to jinx the team.
I'm going to say anything. But
shut your mouth. Think what you want to think. You have any idea how many times I've been like doing an open for a game and I'm like, oh, don't be too cocky about this team. You might jinx it.
No. All I get to me, Cleveland's the Russian in Rocky IV, man. Like unbeatable. This is a machine. Like I haven't seen it bleed yet. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it bleed yet.
All right, fair enough.
Thing's a machine.
Fair enough. Machines are meant to be shut off.
But big football Friday, of course, we'll have all three schools on the air and on video for you. Of course, the Roswell Coyotes are traveling to Carlsbad. We'll have that game for you right here, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Pregame starts around 6:40 with kickoff at 7.
Yep.
Also, live streaming video of that game in the Roswell Coyote channel at ksvptv.com. Got Rockets are here at home in the friendly confines of the Wool Bowl. They're hosting the Piedra Vista Panthers.
Hosting Poof?
Yes. That's a lot of P's. A lot of popping sounds on the microphone.
That's right.
But Piedra Vista, they'll be playing them tonight. That game you can hear on our sister station with the audio on the radio, 106.1 FM Fierro. Live streaming video at ksvptv.com in the Goddard Rockets channel there. And then Artesia Bulldogs, as you mentioned, taking on the Cleveland Storm. Live from the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. That game, you can, if you have pick up 990 AM, you probably won't hear, especially at night when they power down. But you can catch it ksvptv.com in the Artesia Bulldog channel.
And that's really the way to catch it.
There you go. See it.
To watch it in full 4K.
Yeah. And so, of course, all of that. I think that pregame will get underway about 6:30.
About 6:30, yeah. They have more content to get through.
Yeah. It's yeah, they do. I was going to go in the whole thing, but nah.
Artesia is like extreme West Texas. It's Friday
Night Lights.
It's football. Yeah, it's
the whole deal.
Full heart. Was it Clear Eyes, Full Hearts, Can't Lose?
Although they don't do the flags anymore.
No?
I don't think I ever see. Now, granted, I'm not really in a downtown Artesia on Fridays anymore.
Oh, those flags. I was like, the color guard, you mean? Or?
No, they used to, like, every business would line the town with the orange flags. And I think, I'm going to say district rivals tend to take those during pep rally season and stuff. So usually around district time, the flags start disappearing.
One of my favorite,
and they end up in bonfires at pep rallies.
One of my favorite tropes in like those high school movies is like like a group of people like, we got to get him back. We got to get. It's like the prank war football teams.
Porkies
and then he steps aside. He's like, Jerry. He steps aside and there's like their team mascot. Like they went and kidnapped the mascot. It's such a high school movie trope, but
yeah. Usually a dog or a goat or something. Yeah,
like a bulldog or something.
Yeah, exactly. But, one thing we got to do. Thank the fine folks at McDonald's because it is Friday, and as they do each and every single Friday, provide us with delicious breakfast treats. Big thank you to McDonald's.
Yes, Roy and his benevolence has selected a smattering of delicious breakfast treats.
He's the sommelier for today's fairings.
He is.
I got my Coke Zero. We're good to go.
I haven't perused the bag, but I'll tell you this: it's a heavy bag.
Weighty.
Heavy is the bag that holds the Mickey D's.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We're living large here between Dion's
Thursday
pregame shows and McDonald's Fridays.
It has been a bit of a gluttonous time period.
You're gonna see more of Mike Winters on the video. Not like more
Mike Winters is expanding. Oh, his show's getting an extra hour? No, he's just expanding.
Getting ready to go to widescreen, folks. But big thank you to McDonald's.
Yes.
As they do each and every Friday, provide us with breakfast treats. Download the McDonald's app, put it on your phone, make it in a quickly available part of your phone. And because once you use it for the first time, you're like, where's you been all my life?
Where indeed. I was actually upset last night that I could not utilize my app. For some reason, I don't know if it was my phone or what, I kept trying to open the app and it just would not open.
Just being on
it was stuck on the screen. So like I was upset that I couldn't get my 20% off and that I couldn't add to my points. But as of right now, I'm at 15,590.
All right, so creeping into the baller status once again.
Back in the high life again.
Good deal. So big thank you to McDonald's. Download that app. Utilize it. It will be your friend.
And use that QR code on the side of the bag for your access to Mick Palace. Palace MCD, excuse me. For your chance to grab up some limited edition Mickey D's swag.
And I'm thinking that Loki should be coming out here in another week or two.
Loki, it will be.
The new season of Loki. Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I definitely, I like the first. Of all those shows, of all the Marvel ones, that Loki one's probably top 2 or 3 for me.
So Loki is one of your favorites?
That's right.
Nice.
And you know why? It's because
it's tongue in cheek. They actually utilize a little bit of humor. They don't take themselves too seriously. And that's what I love about the Peacemaker.
But that's why I like Owen Wilson. Like Owen Wilson is that actor that can play the straight man in a funny way so well. You know what I mean? He's just good at that. And that character he is so much of that. And so like I couldn't picture anybody but Owen Wilson being that guy and that kind of the main character in the Loki series. So it was pretty funny. It was funny enough to be entertaining and make fun of itself, but at the same time have enough action and everything to take it seriously. It was the perfect blend. I loved it. So anyway, kind of like an Egg McMuffin. Perfect blend, the OG with the cheese and with the Canadian bacon. You can call it ham if you want, but real aficionados, Canadian bacon.
It's back bacon.
Cheese. I mean, it's just the perfect combo.
That's right.
Big thank you to McDonald's.
Absolutely.
Let me give you the rundown. We're going to replay some interviews today. So, yesterday we had the ladies from the Anderson Museum and the Roswell Museum and Art Center, Nancy Fleming and Caroline Brooks. And tomorrow is Museum Day.
Yes.
So we are going to invite you to go and see all 7 of your local museums here. You can win prizes and all that stuff. So we're going to play that interview for you here in just a bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to play our interview with Janine Best from the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. She's got two things on her radar for everyone there. First, their next meeting, which will be next Wednesday at the Convention and Civic Center, and their Cowboy Prom. Is biannual. I guess it happens once every 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you call that.
That's biannual, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you call that. It's their Cowboy Prom that's going to be happening.
Semi-annual.
Maybe that's the right way to go. Semi-annual.
Because biannual is twice a year.
Yeah, you're right. So semi-annual Cowboy Prom. It's every other year.
Yeah.
It's like the Olympics, but there's in 2 years now instead of 4. You know, there's going to be an Olympics.
It's like the summer versus the winter.
Yes, exactly.
Every 2 years.
But anyway, that's this weekend, this Saturday night out at the Convention Civic Center. So we talk about that too with y'all or her about that.
Nice.
And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, Dr. Powell with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell joined us on Tuesday talking about some of the events and things they've got going on. And of course, they're gearing up. We're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from signing up for spring semester and all of that too. So even though we're in the full fall, but midterms coming, they're starting thinking to spring already. So.
Yep.
But anyway, we'll get that update from Dr. Powell, and we'll play that for you in the 9 o'clock hour. And, of course, we'll have all of your features that include the newses of the local and the national variety. All the newses you needed.
All those newses.
So much newses.
Huey Lewis is going to come by, actually.
And some newses.
And the newses.
All right, it is 7:19. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We will get some sunshine today, pretty warm temperatures with upper 80s to about 90, but we do have a chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm with low pressure over the area. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected overnight. Pretty good rain chances are low in the low 60s. Maybe a few showers and thunderstorms around the area on Saturday, and we'll be in the low 80s. Scattered showers on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 65 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 81%. Winds currently out of the north at 5 miles per hour. For today, there is a 20% chance for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Like yesterday, they've thrown in some of the storms could be severe. So that hail stuff we saw yesterday, that's on the table for today, too, it looks like. Partly cloudy and a high of 88 expected. Winds out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we're looking at a 70% chance at showers and thunderstorms, but they say mainly after midnight. So I think, cross fingers, but I think we'll be okay for football. Once again, they throw in the caveat, some of these storms could be severe. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 62 degrees, east winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. 30% chance of rain for you Saturday, mainly early before noon. Partly cloudy with a high of 82 tomorrow, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. 20% chance for showers and thunderstorms Saturday night. Partly cloudy, overnight low of 63. Sunday, 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny and 85. Winds out of the east, 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then Monday, when you head back to work and school, sunny highs near 90. Looks like not much talk of rain after Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, 7:21, we're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and then we're going to play our interview with the ladies talking Museum Day tomorrow. That's up next. Don't go away.
Country Club Road Church of Christ will kick off their annual Journeyland program for grades 1st through 6th. Journeyland is a program where we travel through the Bible in 6 years. We will start Sunday, September 10th at 9 a.m. with prophets foretelling of Christ's birth, and will end with the parables in April. Our 2 teams consist of the red team, which is 1st grade through the 3rd grade, and our blue team, which consists of the 4th grade through the 6th grade. We welcome all children to join us as we continue traveling through the Bible. We also have our recharge meal every Wednesday night starting September 6th at 5:30. This allows us to fellowship with one another before going into our classes at 6:30. We have Cradle Roll, which is nursery age, preschool, Journeyland program, junior high and high school classes, as well as adult classes that will start at 6:30. Come out and join us starting Wednesday, September 6th for our first recharge meal at 5:30. Have a wonderful, blessed day.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Do you struggle with acne, eczema, or worry about skin cancer? Research suggests that 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer by the age of 70, but when detected early, 99% of skin cancer cases are curable. At Epiphany Dermatology of Roswell, we place special emphasis on prevention, screening, and treatment, so schedule your annual skin exam by calling us at 575-208-7050 or by visiting our website at epiphanydermatology.com and get checked today. Prevention is key.
This may be the biggest sales event of the whole year. The greatest sell-off is on at Roswell Honda, and that means the race is on to save big. Like a 2019 Ford Fiesta for just $329 a month, or a 2011 Toyota Highlander for just $289 a month. Plus, push, pull, or drag in your trade, and it's worth at least $2,000 towards your next vehicle. Then join Roswell Honda September 23rd from 10 to 1 for free lunch and great prizes, including your chance to win an Xbox Series X Forza Horizon bundle. The greatest sell-off on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Let's face it, guys, we're living in times where the truth is becoming more suppressed and censorship is increasing at an alarming rate, especially on social media platforms. It's Clyde, and I want to tell you about a safe and secure digital playground we put together just for you. It's aftermath.media. You get access to thousands of Ground Zero archives and podcasts, along with our private social media groups with your basic membership starting at only $7 a month. Each subscription includes tech support, access to the RSS feeds, along with our own chat room and Telegram channel. In addition, the premium membership includes research study groups, webinars, a document and movie library, a live video stream of Ground Zero, a monthly Zoom chat with me, and other bonus content. Be sure to check out our yearly specials as well. Sign up today while you're thinking about it. Sign up at aftermath.media. Again, that's aftermath.media.
Did you get a lowball trade offer on your vehicle? Did you spend hours haggling over prices? Were you laughed at because of your credit? Of course not. You made the smart choice and went to Roswell Ford. At Roswell Ford, there's never been a better time to save thousands and get approved for the new car or quality pre-owned vehicle you've always wanted. Our lenders' approval requirements are more forgiving than ever. If you have a steady job and proof of residence, you could be approved in minutes. Even with bad credit or no credit, over mileage on your lease, or buried on your loan, Roswell Ford will take any trade, even if you owe $6,000, $8,000, even $10,000 more than your old car is worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. If you're looking for a new or quality pre-owned vehicle at or near your current monthly payment with little or no money down, visit Roswell Ford today for incredible savings. Roswell Ford, the home of Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell. Plus tax and tag, trade balance refinance to the new loan, subject to lender approval, offers not combined.
More than 50 million Americans live with chronic pain. If you're experiencing pain that interferes with your daily life, Artesia General Hospital can help. Dr. Casey Della Barca and our compassionate team of providers treat a variety of conditions, including arthritis, back and neck pain, migraines, neuropathy, and more. We offer advanced procedures and comprehensive therapy, and we personalize treatment plans to help you get back to living a quality life. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/pain.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We will get some sunshine today, pretty warm temperatures with upper 80s to about 90, but we do have a chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm with low pressure over the area. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected overnight. Pretty good rain chances are low in the low 60s. Maybe a few showers and thunderstorms around the area on Saturday, and we'll be in the low 80s. Scattered showers on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, "No, I'm growing like a bamboo." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 19 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning to talk Museum Day with us, Caroline Brooks, who is with the Roswell Museum and Art Center, and Nancy Fleming with the Anderson Museum and the Miniatures Museum as well. Good morning, ladies. How y'all doing today?
Good morning. Great.
Well, I don't know why this is just now happening. I feel like we should have done this a long time ago. This whole event we got Saturday, this is a long time coming, but
absolutely.
Better late than never. We got it happening this Saturday and this is something that I don't know if people realize that are born and raised here. Roswell is very blessed with museums and an arts and cultural district that a town of this size and most other locations doesn't have this kind of stuff. You'd be lucky to find a museum in a town this size, let alone 7. and they're all awesome, and they all are completely different from each other. They cover different things. I mean, the International UFO Museum's kind of on the map because the whole alien thing, but that's, if that's what kind of gets people's foot in the door to see the rest of it, so be it. But on Saturday, we want to, and this is really geared towards the locals, us, the ones that don't roll into the, whenever family comes into town to take them to the UFO museum or whatever. This is for a chance for you to see what's in your own backyard. And on Saturday, all 7 museums in our community are opening their doors for you to come through and see for free. I'll tell you, there's going to be an order. You got to do it a little bit to do that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But all 7 museums, and by 7 museums, I'm talking about the Roswell Museum and Art Center, the Anderson Museum, also the Miniatures Museum, which is just a block or 2 over from where we're at right now, the International UFO Museum, the Walker Aviation Museum down at the airport there, the museum inside the New Mexico Military Institute, which is a cool museum if you've never seen it. If you ever want to see what a Medal of Honor looks like, they've got one in there. Just telling you. The Anderson Museum,
Historical Museum,
and the Historical Society for Southeast Mexico, the J.P. White House here. So we've got the Miniatures, the Anderson, all 7 are part of this thing. Now, on Saturday from 10 to 5, and I'll let these guys talk, I promise. I'm just kind of getting the details of the event. So from Saturday from 10 to 5, if you visit all 7 museums during that time window, and you'll get a passport that you got to get stamped, and then turn that in, you can get entered into a drawing to win a prize that's valued at $700. I don't know about you, but I could use a $700 prize. Now, here's the little caveat. The International UFO Museum charges people to get into its facility. They are letting people in for free if you have the passport, which you can get at any of the other 6 museums. So the rule is visit one of the other 6 first, then make the International UFO Museum 2nd, 3rd, or 7th choice. But don't go there first. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay to get in, and then you can't get your passport stamped. And then you get to see and you get all the cool stuff, but you don't get to get into the drawing here. So I'm kind of curious. How did this all? Was it just a matter of getting all the entities on the same page on this, or how did this all come to be?
All right. Well, the Anderson Museum had been part of the Smithsonian Day for probably about 8 years.
Okay.
And all it really means is that we were free, but we were free anyway.
Right.
And we put a fun sign on our door, and we were affiliated then with the Smithsonian Museum because they would do this around the country. Well, this year, they decided to not have Smithsonian Day.
Okay.
So Caroline calls me up and says, let's do our own. And I'm like, dang, that's a great idea. And here we are. So
So Caroline's kind of the one who threw the idea on the table here.
She was the
let the ball roll.
initiator, and I was on board number 1.
Very
and then
good.
everyone else pretty much came on board.
So I'm hoping,
after.
is this a tradition? Like, is this the idea is to do this every year? Around September sometime?
That's definitely an idea. We've loved working together, planning this event, and we're just like, well, we might as well just make this every year.
And I imagine the other 4 or 5 museums, because you kind of represent 2, so 4 or 5, 4 of them, we're pretty much on board. Because each one of them have the same goals that you do. You want to get as many people in your buildings and seeing the cool things that make our community great and home and all that kind of stuff. So, and here's the thing, because I think most people maybe been in one museum or been in, but it was like 5 years ago when Uncle Lou was in town or something.
Or 30 years ago for some people, honestly.
Or 30 years ago.
Never.
Yeah. And so come see it, and I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away at every single museum. You walk through the Roswell Museum and Art Center, I was like, I didn't realize there was that much art in here. I didn't realize, and it changes every few months. So if you went 6 months ago, it's different than if you go in today. It's just that's how the museum is. Obviously, the Anderson Museum, I would argue, is the most eclectic museum in New Mexico. I guarantee you'll find stuff you love in there and stuff you probably won't like. You know what I mean? It's literally everything in there. You're seeing art that's like, I would have never thought to do that with art, to what were they thinking when they did that with art? I mean, it really is everything, and it's all cool.
Yeah.
So if you've never been to the Anderson, check that out. The Miniatures Museum is just as cool. It's all the same kind of stuff, but this size. And so it kind of has that Ripley's Believe It or Not kind of feel to it a little bit, because if you've ever been in one of those museums and seen like the world's tiniest this and that, it's got that in there. But you can spend hours in there just looking at all the stuff and everything.
Right. Too. We really see this as a taste. Yeah. We understand that somebody cannot get to all 7 museums, spend the amount of time that they really probably should, 2 hours.
So we're wetting whistles.
This is wetting whistles.
Yeah.
And the Anderson Museum is free all the time. The Miniature Museum, Historical Museum. The Roswell Museum has free days for Roswell.
Yeah,
visitors.
every month they have a free day for locals and everything. And plus you can be a member and get discounts and all kinds of stuff.
Right. And so it really is a way for the community really just to see what we've got, taste it, and then come back.
And I would even offer, like, if you want to volunteer and serve, because I'm sure each museum has boards or volunteers that I, as a member of the Historical Society, I can guarantee they've got them. And I'm pretty sure the Museum and Art Center, the Anderson and Miniatures do. I know Walker Aviation certainly does. We talk to them every month. NMMI, I imagine, they can, if there's some alum there that probably want to come and help, they probably love to hear from you. So, but anyway, this is your chance to come see this stuff. Come see, just kind of hitting on the other ones. I mean, the International UFO Museum, it kind of speaks for itself. It's got an amazing, that's kind of the draw. We want you to see that too, because, and here's the thing, is a lot of it ties, like if you go to the, if you want to try to play a little bit of a timeline a little bit, try to work in the International UFO Museum and the Walker Aviation Museum right near each other. That way, because a lot of that history stuff that went on at Walker's in the UFO Museum and vice versa there too.
And think about the Historical Museum, the Western collection at the RMAC.
The J.P. White House there at the Historical Society contains a lot of cool stuff. Time period. If you kind of want to see what and let's face it, that home is a very affluent home for its time. That if you wanted to see what high society was like at the turn of the century, that home is a perfect example of it. The grand staircase in there is, you're going to be jealous. You wish you had that in your home when you see it. But the porch, just some of the, and I would even challenge, go through the pantries and look at the products and things on there. They're all turned of the period, the bathrooms. If you really want to see what luxury in 1900 was like, go see that museum. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. They got so much stuff in there. But, and of course, with speaking of, have something. Where to go? The Walker Aviation Museum gave me this on loan because the fair is right around now, but this is in their possession. This is a fair book from 1953 for the Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
Oh, fun.
How cool is that? And I was kind of flipping through it and looked through it. But this is the kind of stuff that's in the possession of our museums and things like that. And you get to see the history, not only of art and everything else, but our own backyard history, local history, things like that.
How about our bad habit history? At the Miniatures Museum, we have a objecti habituum, smoking, drinking, gambling, and pills exhibition.
Nice. Well,
yes, comes to your ashtrays from your mother's house.
Well, and that's just it. We, we got quite the history of Wild West and everything else, and so that's part of the fun too at some of these museums and seeing stuff from old jails or old bars or old establishments of that sort from our time too. It's all the history of our. You don't realize how much cool stuff and if you again back to the historical real quick. If you go get to the archives and stuff. If you need photos of old history and stuff, that's where you find all that for Roswell and this. And here's the cool thing too. And I know this, just all the museums really do. They're separate, but at the same time they're all together and want to work and share. And because we all want these. This is what makes our community great. This is the stuff that makes our community great. This is also the stuff that brings others to our community. Yes. When we talk about,
it definitely drives economic development.
When we
dollars.
Absolutely. When we talk about bringing professionals here, the doctors and the teachers and the police and the people that they're always trying to bring people in to fill the people that come are like, well, why do I want to live in Roswell? And they're going to look at things like, what's there to do in Roswell? And then when they say, we got 7 museums in a town of 50,000.
Yeah, tonight I have an event at the Anderson Museum for new doctors, for the medical community. It's a private party, but it's held at a museum. Yeah. It's a beautiful venue.
By the way, if you're not, the Anderson owns a wonderful piano. a beautiful
Bosendorfer
piano. And every once in a while, we're lucky that someone that's worthy of playing that thing shows up and plays it. And that happens at the Anderson all the time. That's another little just unknown fact that, people that know, but there's a lot of people don't realize. And you've got this beautiful, way expensive piano that, and then some concert folks are like, dude, can I play it? It's like, yeah, you're a pianist. You can play that. You probably shouldn't. But and then of course with the Museum and Art Center, I mean there is so much cool, because that's everything from local Roswell history to art history. It's kind of a hodgepodge of everything. You walk into one section and you're all talking local history. You go into another section, we're talking art. We're talking other artifacts of our community and things.
And there's not only historical items and artifacts, but a lot of these museums too. It's new things. So
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes people think museums are just an archive, a clearinghouse for all these old objects. But there's so much contemporary art, new ideas that come in. And even Walker Aviation, they have flight simulators.
Yes.
So they might have the old stuff from Walker.
And they're going to let you do all that. Their mission's kind of turned, obviously to preserving and the music, the actual Air Force Base, and talking about our role in the Cold War era. But they're very much into STEM and working with a lot of the companies out at the air terminal that hire people. And so they're young people, old people, anybody that's into learning. Maybe you want to get a pilot's license, or maybe you're a younger person that wants a career in aviation mechanics or that. Walker Aviation Museum. Matter of fact, they do a deal where you can, that flight simulator, you try it out on Saturday. But if you take their little training videos and stuff, you kind of get like a library card.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then when you have free time, you go in there and say, flash that, and then you can go and train on that thing. And it actually counts towards pilot hours. Like if you're trying to get your pilot license, who thought you could actually get your pilot license by walking into a museum? That's what we're talking about here. So you make a very good point.
Museums have changed so much over the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
It's not just about that experience of, again, the old things, but it's like inspiring our youth, inspiring people of all ages, bringing in new ideas and perspectives that you might not have otherwise had.
You know what? I would even, if you're going to make a day out of this and have some fun with it, while you're hitting all 7 museums, make it a chance to, like when you're at the Roswell Museum and Art Center, walk around there and see some of the history, the Arroyos and stuff, some of the German POW stuff, all that's right in these areas too. That's Roswell history. You look, go out to Cahoon Park and see that stone, those rock wall. That was all done, the POW stuff. That's all part of Roswell history. So while you're hitting the museums, see some of the landmark places that are little known or very well known, depending on the families here in our community too. So
and we're giving you incentives to come.
Yes.
And there's another incentive that you didn't.
Did I mention yet? Okay. But wait, there's more.
All right, there's more. So at each museum, there is a swag bag.
All right.
But not just that museum's swag.
Okay.
It includes swag from every museum.
Okay.
But at that museum, it might have more. Like at the Miniature Museum, we've added something. And at the Anderson Museum, we've added something.
So it's like a swag bag you get at all 7, but each one has their own unique flair in it.
Correct.
So you want to make sure you get all 7 because they're not the same.
At each museum, there will be tickets that you put your name and number on.
Okay.
And then you will be entered into that drawing for that swag bag. So you want to do that at all 7 museums.
Okay.
At the same
So you
time.
can win a boatload of prizes if you play your cards right.
Because we are super clever about how we're doing this. So then if you've gone to all 7, then you've gotten your passport either with stickers or punches. Then you actually earn a Museum Nerd button.
Ah, nice.
This is the consolation prize if you don't win the big prize.
But collector swag nonetheless.
Collector swag.
Yeah.
And I want to thank the City of Roswell Marketing for designing our brochures and our postcards and our posters and the buttons. I just appreciate that so much.
Absolutely.
So you get your button, then you get entered to win the prize worth $700.
And the real prize is you get to go and see and experience all 7 of these movies. I guarantee you're going to learn something on Saturday. If you go and do this and hit all 7, you go, I did not realize that was here in town, or I did not know this about our community, or I've never seen anything that cool in my life, and it's sitting right here in our own backyard.
And so I have 2 things to say.
Okay.
1, please be patient if there's big crowds.
We're hoping it's busy. That's the idea.
Some of these museums aren't as big as, let's say, the Roswell Museum or the Anderson.
The Walker Aviation Museum is literally in the airport. You see all of it as you walk into it, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And we want people to be able to, not bump into each other and bump into the exhibits and break something. So we want everybody to just be mindful.
Yeah, don't pull in China shop it either. The Miniatures Museum and the Roswell Museum and Art Center and the Anderson Museum have artifacts that we don't want you knocking over.
Yes,
They're
and then that's my second is please don't touch.
Yes.
There, within every museum, there probably are a few things that you can touch, and you will be told that you can touch it. Everything else, don't touch.
Yeah. Well, and like speaking for the Anderson, I know for like some of the exhibits, they want you to touch it to get the texture and get the
We have
thing.
one.
You do. But
We have one.
It's right prominent right there. So touch it. Touch it all you want.
We have one. And there's a reason for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's why the Anderson will blow people because it's I mean all these museums are awesome, but that one's got the most like eclectic things of it's so like you could see something uber conservative religious and then next thing you know something that's just completely fantasy.
Well, it's 56 years of contemporary art, and the artist who made them had come to Roswell for a year, and it's an amazing program thanks to Donald B. Anderson.
It evokes such great because thought provoking stuff. Because some you're like, and then you look at it like I didn't like it at first, and then you start looking more. It's like now I get it. All right,
Yeah. And the secret is you don't have to like everything, to be honest.
Yeah.
But again, the more you find out about it, usually your opinion will change.
Sure, exactly.
And it's about dialogue. I mean, any of these museums are going to incite dialogue, interest in dialogue and materials and everything that.
Absolutely, yeah. Maybe it puts you onto something that you never realized, or especially through art. People like to raise awareness for their passions through art. And so maybe that'll put you onto some of that. And it's like maybe there's a piece of art that's devoted to, I don't know, domestic violence or something, and it just hits you a certain way. It's like I need to do more about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. That's how you get inspired to do things.
And
sometimes.
you never know until you walk through the door.
Yeah.
And like for museums, we have to protect the artwork, right? So we don't have a lot of windows because we can't let sunlight on the
art.
artwork to expose
Unfortunately,
it.
is very sensitive to light and temperatures and things like that.
Yeah.
So you got to keep it in optimal condition. So. Long after we're not here, it's there available for people.
But as soon as you walk through the door, you're going to be wowed.
It is. It's really cool. I mean, it's just every single museum you're going to find stuff that you're just like, I did not realize it. And that's why it's really hard because there's so many, all 7 of them. And like I finally been into the New Mexico Military Institute, the museum this summer. It was the first time I ever got to go into it, and it's really cool. If you've never been into that one, it's the whole history. If you love famous celebrities, there's all kinds of memorabilia from Roger Staubach to other world leaders that have done stuff with NIMI and all that. Like I said, there's actual Medal of Honor in there. You don't see those laying around except for in museums or in private collections very often. So
that brings me to how to park. I was going to go ahead and plug.
Yes.
To get to the McBride Museum, take Kentucky.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably your best bet.
It is. And then go to Honor. That's this. You do not try to Google Honor. It's not Googleable.
Yeah.
But take North Kentucky to Honor.
Yes.
Park in the parking lot that's, off Honor. And then you will follow the signs. They're going to have great signage to Luna Hall.
And don't worry if you park in the wrong spot and get lost. They'll probably could tell and be like, "Oh, we need to help that person get them over to the." By the way, if you get lost on the campus, it's an open campus to walk around. You're going to probably stumble into some other cool stuff because it's a beautiful campus, especially if you've never walked it or been on it. And I know they've been doing a lot of renovations to the dorms and bathroom facilities over the summer here, so there might be a few remnants of construction going on, but the museum, it's kind of right in the heart of the campus there. Just like Nancy was saying, just get down that Honor Street and get in the parking lot. But
and then you'll see the sign.
If you mess it up and park in another one, no biggie. Just you get to hike a little bit, which may not be a bad thing.
Yeah. And I'd like to do a shout out to June, Amy, Caroline, Robert, Juliana, Nancy, Elaine, Caroline, and Karen and Kat for helping to organize Museum Day.
They are a collective group of volunteers, all probably representing from their various museums and things, but all coming together to do to make this event happen. And I'm telling you, this is really cool. A lot of fun. Free tours, like you said. flight stuff down at the Walker Aviation Museum. The cool winning these prizes.
Photo opportunities.
Yeah. But as we said at the beginning, to get the passport, that's going to be available at every museum except the International UFO Museum. And a matter of fact, that's the only museum that actually charges on a daily basis to get into the museum.
We do too now.
Oh, do I?
Yeah,
Like
after
museum,
82
except
years
for
of being free.
except for the free weekends and all that.
Exactly.
Sorry,
Yeah. That's okay.
I've been here a few years and I forget that part. But same with the zoo, by the way.
Which they're free again.
Good deal. They're free again.
Yes, they are.
Tried to
I missed that meeting. But generally, those are free. But here's the thing: the passports you can get at any of the other 6. And then you can get in free at the International UFO Museum, but you got to show them the passport because that's the only way they know you're participating. Otherwise, they're going to think you're just a tourist or
right.
part of
And
the
they're
group.
going to mark it. Don't just show it to them. Have them either cut, sticker, stamp, whatever
Otherwise,
they're going to do.
You can't get into the drawing without the proof you were there.
You do not have to go to them in any order at whatever museum you end up at.
Yeah.
Even if your last one is the UFO Museum, then you will sign the bottom of the passport. We will cut it off. And then we are bringing it to the Roswell Museum at 5 o'clock. The drawing for the grand prize will be around 5:30 because Walker has a bit of a drive to come down.
It does take a minute. They are at the south end.
You can make this in any order, do the museums in any order you want.
Except for
UFO Museum.
Don't go there first. Yeah, don't go there first. That's the only thing. But then you can get your passport and go. And I invite you to bring your whole family to do this. Grab the kids. Grab mom and dad. Grab grandma and grandpa.
But don't let the kids touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Be supervised, especially if they're going to hit a museum right after lunch and they still got like sticky fingers. You don't really want that. But bring the whole family. If the weather's a little inclement, that's might even be better. Come in and spend an extra few minutes in the museum while you wait for the rainstorm to calm down a little bit and see a few more things.
Roswell's weather is very conducive because either too hot, too cold, too windy.
Perfect. A lot of opportunities to be in air-conditioned comfort in various facilities and things.
That's right.
But I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away at every single location. Even if you've been there before, you're probably going to. Even the International UFO Museum, if you've been in there 100 times, you're still going to see things new in there. Every time I go in there, and like everyone else, it's usually when family's in town or a work thing or something, and it's different every time.
And they added new displays in the last few years.
Yeah, they got a little high tech in there with some of the interactive stuff and all that kind of thing, and as is some of the other museums too. I think Walker Aviation Museum's got some interactive stuff too.
Simulators are definitely interactive.
Absolutely, those are definitely you're touching those, and plus I think they have like a Jacob's ladder and some of the other tools that they teach STEM like electricity, things like that. So it's stuff for younger kids to kids that are aren't supposed to be kids anymore. They got everything. So it's and in the Miniatures Museum, I'm telling you. If you've never been in there, that one's gonna really blow you away the first time you go in there.
Our biggest draw at the moment is playing House of the Rising Sun on the player piano.
Oh,
it is
cool.
Amazing.
That's a good song too. There's a lot,
You should hear the rendition on the player piano. It is.
But it really is just full of curiosities and just stuff that you're like, wow. I mean,
from big to small. I've got a big cat covered with bottle caps and another one covered with cigar bands.
And it evokes thoughts. You're part of like, what inspired the person to do this, or what? You know what I mean? That's where half the time you're thinking that is so incredible, or
a lot of it's history because if you see the miniatures, they're representing history.
Sure.
Like the Historical Society is the big house of that history, and then we have a little miniature house of the history. So yes, it's all overlapping and connected and related and wonderful.
You should get sponsorships from optometrists. Like, I feel like your museum be like, sponsored by so-and-so optometrist.
That's clever. Yeah. But I will do a shout-out, though, for Pioneer Bank, who's also supporting our events.
Well, we mentioned Juliana.
Yes, we did.
She's involved in so many things in our community.
They helped with printing all our materials and promotions.
Good deal.
So, really cool.
They were the one that got a lot of the logistics that cost money and time to get done. They were taken care of.
Absolutely.
And we much appreciate that kind of stuff. So, again, it's this Saturday, September 16th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Officially gets underway at 10. So at 10 a.m., make sure you're at the doors of one of the seven, or one of the 6, except for the international. Don't be there first. Go to one of the other ones first. And then spend the rest of the day just hitting, at your pace there. You got till 5 o'clock, so you got about 7 hours to hit all 7 museums. So do your math. That's about an hour of travel time. And if you want to kind of, parse it out and down, and then you can work. All right, we got from noon to 12:17 to eat lunch, and then we're going to be hitting. We'll be, for downtown, we'll be right near the Miniatures Museum. So we'll hit there next, and then we'll go. That's plan accordingly, but come have fun and come be prepared to see stuff. Maybe get some walking shoes, because you're going to be seeing a lot of. You're going to collectively, you're going to hit a few miles of hiking, I think, between all the different museums. Some are bigger than others, like the Roswell Museum and Art Center and the Anderson Museum. Going to take a few minutes because there's some acreage there. But Walker Aviation Museum, you can pretty much stand there and see it all, but you're going to have to move to get into the actual reading and all that stuff, because there's a lot of little things to look there too. Not miniature size, but little stuff too.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of details.
It's fun. You're going to have so much fun and seeing this cool stuff. And I think at the end of the day, you're going to realize how cool this community really is. For all those people that say there's nothing going on, nothing to do, what is there for young people to do? What is there for old people to do? What is there for kids to do? Everything that people say, I'm like, lots. If you get your head out of your tail and look around, there's all kinds of stuff every weekend. If whatever you're into, there's almost always live music at restaurants and things every single night almost, let alone every weekend in town. There's plenty of things to do. And the museums are always got stuff going on. And like you said, the Museum and Art Center has their special Saturdays for locals and kids crafts and things for them, just to bring the kids in and come and do crafts and
partner
things.
with the school district. We have a family after hours coming up in September. Yeah,
there's constantly things that are going on in the community, especially the ones that are, those city sponsor ones that they kind of, like at the Aquatic Center and at the Mizzou and the other city facilities. There's always, almost every weekend at one of the 3, usually there's something going on at one of the 3 there. So get your families involved, get involved with it and stuff, and then volunteer. I'm sure you walk up to Carol on Saturday at the Roswell Museum and say, I love this. I want to be a member, which they'd be like, we'd be happy to do that. And same with Anderson or any of those. If you want to get involved, talk with the people at the museums. If one of the 7 just kind of blow you away more than the others, you're like, I want to be involved with this. I want to see how the sausage is made. I want to get involved and reach out. Every single one will probably say, we got a place for you to do something here or an interest or we always want people interested in what we do. That's what and by that expanding it to the next generations. And I know, like Historical Society, I'll do that plug since they're always looking for docents and things and volunteers to when we do the 4th grade tours and those kind of things. There's an army of people that are needed to make those events happen. So if, when you're Saturday, talk to Amy over there. She'll be happy to tell you more about some of the things and all the stuff there too. And by the way, if you're looking for books, that's a plug. I'm going to do that plug. All of them, the museums have a place you can get books and stuff. I know at the Historical Society, a lot of those are local authors that talk about. So if you want books on Billy the Kid or Roswell, local history, a lot of that you'll find there. I'm sure you'll find those at the other museums too as well. So do a little shopping at some of the. If you're looking for, if you get in the museum and you're like, man, I love that artifact, but I kind of want to. I want to kind of go a couple layers down. Go in the gift store. You'll probably find some books or some materials that will let you do some digging.
Which is another way to support us.
Yes.
So those profits then go towards supporting our museums.
Yeah, exactly. Every time you buy a book in a museum, that's going to keep the lights on, going to keep the museum open, and paying for that activity that the kids get to come and do. That's what that kind of stuff does. So you're supporting by becoming members of these various museums or.
Get on their mailing list.
Get on the mailing list, shopping and supporting. And by the way, holidays are right around the corner. Probably find some pretty sweet gifts for some folks there, too, if you're a advanced planner and those kind of things. I will throw one more in that's not part of this, but equally as cool, Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. If you go out there and anytime, visit their gift store, too, because they got a lot of educational, nature-y stuff. And all that supports the Friends of Bitter Lake and the conservation projects out there. So if you are looking for another place to shop for gifts, I'll add the Bitter Lake gift store to your list of shopping places here. So Very cool. Hey, that's a nice one. That happens all the time on the radio. Some are a little more in your face. That one's kind of nice.
Time's up. That's it. We're beaming up to,
there you go. That's right. It's
our museum.
The timer's clicked. But again, it's this Saturday, 10 to 5. Don't forget, free tours, free simulators, free activities, every single museum. Sign up for your chance to get the swag bags. Every single location will have a place for you to turn in an entry for the drawing. Don't forget to pick up the passport and get it stamped or signed at all 7 locations, and then turn them in at your 7th location. And then they're gonna book all those up to the Roswell Museum and Art Center after 5 o'clock on Saturday, and somebody's going to win that $700 prize and each of the swag bags at the various locations too. So we'll do all of the above there. But don't forget, it's the Roswell Museum and Art Center, the Miniatures and Curiosities Museum, the International UFO Museum, the Walker Aviation Museum, the McBride Museum at the New Mexico Military Institute campus, the Anderson Museum, and the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico there on Lee Street. All 7 entities, all of our museums, one day only, this Saturday. Bring the whole family. Free, doesn't cost you anything. But don't forget, don't go to the International UFO Museum first. Go there 2nd or 7th or 5th or something in between. Visit any one of the other 6 first to get your passport. And then you will get into for free at the International UFO Museum if you show them the passport. That's the only way you get in free. If you don't tell them anything about it, they're going to look at you like, $5, please. But if you say, I got my passport, come on in, we'll stamp it for you, enjoy our museum. And then they might point you to some other artifacts and things to check out. So, good deal. Is there anything we wanted to cover, anything we wanted to share about anything, or anything about your particular museums, or anything we want to
We're going through renovations at our museum.
Okay.
It's going to be in several phases. We're getting new flooring, so
Good deal.
hardwoods put in our galleries instead
So
of
be a little
carpet.
patient if you run into a few rooms that are not quite ready for the public.
But they're also kind of cool because it has the plastic wrap up, and so you can see the inner workings of our joists and the floors and all the work that they're
that'll
doing.
pique your curiosity.
Yeah.
What's going on back there?
Exactly. Yeah. And we also have several events coming up. So Family After Hours on September 28th, which again, we partner with the school district, the Arts Connect program. We have the Roswell Science and Art Festival on October 14th, and that's the day of the eclipse.
Oh, good deal.
So we'll have some NASA scientists out there and lots of fun activities. Yes, we'll have free glasses to give out.
Good deal.
So those are some of our highlights.
Yeah, I mean, I think any museum who has an upcoming event is going to have that pro mode.
Yes.
Like we have postcards for the Susan Dopp Show that's at the Roswell Museum
Cool.
on October 6th.
Again, more of that synergy partnership stuff we talk about.
Yeah. So we'll have more stuff.
Yeah, every
We've got,
museum's probably going to have. I know the Historical Society, they're getting ready for their Books and Blooms event.
We've got a video.
Heritage Dinner in November.
The
so.
artists in residence have a video showing coming up next Thursday at Galaxy 8.
Cool.
So we're going to have flyers for our different items and for our memberships and signups. And
So if you play your cards right on Saturday, we just filled your dance card for the next few weeks afterwards, too.
Couple months.
Yeah.
Again, back to that point I was saying earlier. You think there's nothing to do in town? There's a ton of stuff to do in town. Just you gotta put your head up and look around and see it. It's there. It's all kinds of
Well,
stuff.
people need a reason. People need a reason to come to things, and so we've made all of the museums available like this because it gives them a reason.
Yeah.
And if they miss it, it's okay. They at least know. Okay, I do know there's 7 museums now. They were coming together to do a thing, and they're going to do it next year.
And it gives you excuse to hit them in between, like you said. So if you come out to the Roswell Museum Art Center on Saturday and you see that one room that's kind of under construction and plastic,
go find out what they're going to
come see us in a month and you see what's behind the curtain there.
Absolutely. Yep.
Come see it. That'll give you excuse to come back and see it there. And same thing with any other museums. One area's closed off. Oh, you'll just have to come back later and come visit. We'd love to have you do that. But
things are changing.
Yeah, come be a part. Come see. This is your community. This is you. This is us. This is
Roswell's
This is Roswell. You want to see what you are? Saturday's your day to do it. Go come out and see and have fun. I guarantee you're gonna You're going to walk into at least one of these museums and be completely blown away and did not realize this was in your own backyard. So you're probably going to do it 7 times, but at least once, I guarantee. Ladies, thank you very much. I'm sure you got a few fires to stomp out and get ready for Saturday and just the regular day-to-day business of running a museum. So we'll let you guys go back to do that. And anytime you guys have events, things, we'd love to get you guys. Reach out. We'll say, hey, I know with the Museum and Art Center, maybe once a month or so we pop in just to say, hey, and every time the Anderson or the Miniatures Museum has an event, or just put people on the radar and say, hey, come see us from time to time. We always got stuff going on. So anytime, love to have you guys back and telling people what fun stuff we got going on here. So
Thank
you, Mike.
Anytime. All right, 8:55. I got to shut up to pay commercials because I do a lot of free stuff, but I got to pay for those to eat lunch. So we're going to do the Cowboys report.
They started out by simply calling us for the free information kit and are now timeshare free.
To get your free information kit, call Wesley Financial now. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
A well-worn thoroughfare in Israel getting special attention for its religious significance. We get the details from the Media Line's Felice Friedson.
Route 60 is Israel's north-south highway running 469 miles through the heart of biblical history, snaking through such historic sites as Nazareth, Shiloh, Mount Ebal, Mount Gerizim, and Beersheba. Most are unknown to tourists and remain largely unvisited. Route 60, the biblical highway, is a new film by Trinity Broadcasting and might just be the key that unlocks interest in biblical Israel. Former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Ambassador to Israel David Friedman presents Old and New Testament perspectives as platforms for some of history's most compelling and formative scenes. I'm Felice Friedson, Town Hall News, Jerusalem.
Find news and analysis at themedialine.org and townhall.com. It is a new look for an iconic American brand. Johnson & Johnson rolling out a new logo.
The move comes more than 130 years after creating the old one. The healthcare giant says it will replace the well-known Signature script with a modern look that reflects its sharpened focus on pharmaceuticals and medical devices. The original script dates to the 1880s and was based on the signature of a company co-founder. It will still be seen for now on consumer health products like baby shampoo from Kenvue. That's a new company created in a spinoff from J&J. John Scott report.
North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has peered into the cockpit of Russia's most advanced fighter jet at an aircraft factory during his extended visit to Russia. Kim's rare foreign trip raising concerns about banned weapons transfer deals between the increasingly isolated countries. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
You know, I hear they call it the deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
That's It's a fellow running for you.
Yeah, they're showing on
is the space station stuff?
Yeah, it looks like they're at the space station, International Space Station. They're kind of like showing, it's on the Fox News app here in the studio. And they're showing life, it looks like life at the space station there, and they're showing the astronauts, living their life.
That's so much fun. You ever watch those? Like when they're like, how to make a sandwich?
Yeah, I like watching it.
The tortilla has been a game changer for NASA. I'm not even totally sure that they didn't like create manufactured tortillas as like a thing before, like, the ones we see in like the stores today. Because NASA's always at the forefront of like that, that technology. So to have that perfect crumb-free tortilla, I feel like that's like a NASA perfected technology.
Might be. You never know. I know. If you ever get a chance, the Space Museum in Alamogordo, they have a cool section on like some of the luxuries and things that the Apollo astronauts had, and you see like their version of Coke and Pepsi and the specialized cans to keep the carbonation and all that. So because they're in space, so they just can't, they can't just pop open a can and drink it.
That's the only. I have no desire to go to space except for one thing. I want to put bubbles of liquid in the air and suck them out of the sky. That's the only reason I want to go to space, is for weightless liquid.
Well, technically, I don't think you have to go to space to do that.
No,
you can just get one of them.
The vomit comet.
The vomit comet. And I think you'd be all right. But then you may not want to.
Yeah, I'm not real big on sipping soda when I want to, hurl. I can't handle the Sea Dragon at the fair.
Yeah.
That boat that goes back and forth. That makes me that nauseates me.
I feel like if I'm in something that's going to take me to a destination,
you can look past it.
Like I could get past it. Whereas I'm just in a circle or back and forth, that's going to make me sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the thing that got me about it, that like, because they show, and I think they do it for a reason, just to show people space and stuff. But if you notice, a lot of the people with long hair, which is generally the women, their hair's like out because no gravity. So
I usually see them in real tight, like buns.
That's just it. Like, see this lady right here?
Yeah, you're right.
See, that's got to get annoying after a while, right? I figure as you're walking around doing your thing, it's going to eventually get in your way or something. So I'm thinking she probably has it just like for the camera, for the show.
Yeah.
But once they're like doing work, it's in a bun because it's not in your face and all that. But I can't imagine that being comfortable just... I mean, it's cool for the experience, but if you're trying to do things up there, that's got to be in your way and all that. So,
I mean, it does have a specific look.
It's the I just woke up out of bed look.
It's that. It's
or I just stuck my finger in an electrical socket look.
It's definitely hair raising for sure.
Yeah, it's funny.
I feel like it would be fun though. I could like just have hair floating around.
I would want to do it.
Be able to sleep not standing up, but like in a standing position.
Yeah, I mean, but living in it for weeks or months at a time, that would get old after a while.
Yeah, it really would.
You know, it never gets old. The fine folks at McDonald's.
That's right. That's one thing.
Thank you to McDonald's.
That's one thing you really can't have on the space station.
That's right.
You can. It's just got to be like specially.
I feel like
formulated.
that's happened over a course of time. Like McDonald's has sent cheeseburgers into space.
Probably.
I feel like that's happened at some point.
Has to have.
Speaking of cheeseburgers and McDonald's, I saw online Monday, the 18th of September, is National Cheeseburger Day.
Nice.
And what I saw was on Monday, McDonald's will be offering 50-cent double cheeseburgers exclusively on the app.
Really?
For National Cheeseburger Day. So, might want to download that little app we keep telling you to download each week. If you haven't done that yet, might want to do that and get your double cheeseburger on for 50 cents on Monday. But it's only available through the app. You just come rolling up. They're going to tell you, no 50-cent cheeseburger for you. You got to go and get through the app.
Download the app.
Yeah.
So, I don't see anything about them sending food to space, but this says back in December 3rd of 2018, McDonald's deposited $40 billion for a new location on the moon.
Ooh. So they don't need to pack them. They'll just go get...
They have a location right there.
Will it have a drive-through?
I mean, I'm going to imagine it's probably a fly-through.
And a playland.
That would be the coolest place on the planet.
Well, yeah. They don't need for slides.
These slides are terrible. You slide upwards.
Right.
That would be fun.
The Jolly Jumps kick butt, though.
Although, it's basically just that, it's like the pilot episode of Futurama, or the second episode where they go to the moon and it's just a big amusement park that everybody's sick and tired
of. Think about it. You could do double Jolly Jump. You put one on the ceiling and one on the floor, and you just go like ponging back and forth.
Here's a reference Roy might get, like Crash Bandicoot. Bouncing.
Oh,
the boxes.
Yeah, you can't do that in no amusement park here.
Has McDonald's ever been delivered?
Well, while you're doing that, hey, Roy, you've got an event at the college tomorrow for you gamers out there. You wanted to... Well, the college does.
Actually, Sean, if you want to do that
Mike.
Oh, I got to turn your mic on, yeah.
I was going to say, Sean, if you want to do your bubble thing, you can just go to a zero-gravity simulator. I'd probably do the same thing.
What are those? I've never even heard of a zero-gravity simulator.
Don't they?
I don't think they're like in malls and stuff. Yeah, they do, but the military has them, and I don't think you can simulate a hurricane, but I don't think the bubble thing will work in that.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't think there is a gravity simulator yet.
I think
as far as games.
I think NASCAR lets people drive or ride in race cars.
Yeah.
If you pay to get in, so I'm sure the military offers the same thing.
Right. No, military's not NASCAR, man. They're not. They're not an amusement park. They're not trying to get fans.
Or like tourists, like they go to they.
Military's not generally keen on letting people do their secret stuff.
McDonald's has never been delivered to the space station. Another restaurant has made a delivery into space, but they don't pay us or give us free food, so I won't mention what restaurant that is.
Well, America needs to rectify that. America.
By the way, Dion's is the best pizza in Roswell.
It is.
There. I said it. But McDonald's.
I've had so much of it this week.
You forgot to look in the camera while saying that.
That's right. Dion's.
It is so good, but I've had so much of it.
I could totally go for one of their sandwiches right now. But that being said, any of the 3 McDonald's locations here in Roswell, one in Artesia, one in Carlsbad, stop by. They can get you filled up right and download that app.
Absolutely. Yeah. Big thank you to McDonald's. They that thing will be a game changer for you. Save up. But yeah, I happened to be scrolling on the internet earlier, and I happened to look and said Monday is National Cheeseburger Day.
Nice.
And McDonald's will be offering 50-cent cheeseburgers exclusively on the app on Monday, the 18th of September.
That sounds good. I'll have that.
I will.
I wonder if there's a limit.
I don't know. I didn't hear
Bag
that
of
part.
burgers. Bag of burgers was like the thing we used to do growing up. Mom would always come home with a bag of burgers.
Yeah, you get a bag because you get the originals were what? I think at the time were like 50 cents or something like that.
There was a promotion that McDonald's did for a real long time, for like 2 or 3 years, that was 29-cent hamburgers, 39-cent cheeseburgers. I
remember that, yeah.
I want to say it was like for maybe one of their anniversaries.
Yeah.
But we took full advantage of that.
I bet. And I bet a lot of people did.
My mom, and this is the reason to this day, I prefer the hamburger to the McDonald's cheeseburger. It's just one slice of cheese is the only difference, but I prefer the kind of like, it's like this is how Ray Kroc had his first, burger when he strolled up to the stand.
Right.
There's something like traditional about it.
I get that.
And it's like the perfect combination that these burger scientists have come up with right here in the hamburger.
I just want that job title.
You can add cheese, but that's just putting a hat on a hat. Oh, burger scientist?
Yeah, burger scientist.
Heck yeah.
I do want that title. It's a cool title. But big thank you to McDonald's. Download that app, utilize it, and definitely take advantage of it. And then Monday, get your double cheeseburger.
Yes. I'm going to go peruse the bag. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Don't forget, last hour we played our Museum Day interview there, but that's all tomorrow, 10 to 5. 7 museums, but like we said, don't go to the International UFO Museum first.
Right.
Go to one of the other 6. There you can get pick up your passport, and then you can get in free to the UFO Museum by showing your passport. And then, of course, you can get in free to all 7 museums tomorrow. Get the passports filled out and turn them in at the end, and you can be entered into a drawing to win a prize valued at $700. Also, each location is having a swag bag with exclusive cool stuff. Get in on those drawings, and they'll give those away at the end of the day tomorrow, too.
Nice.
So while you're out seeing and learning and having fun at all these museums, don't forget to enter the drawings and get your chance to win some sweet swag.
Yeah.
Oh, so sweet swag.
Sweet swag.
Yeah. We're going to replay our interview with Janine Best, the Chaves County Federated Republican Women this hour. They joined us on Wednesday to discuss Cowboy Prom, which is happening Saturday, and then their next meeting as well, too. So, did you want to talk about the event happening at NMER this weekend for the gamers?
Yeah. Yes. This.
Yeah, you're on.
Tomorrow they're doing a. There's a Smash Brothers. No, the ENMU ENMUR is doing an esports thing right now.
Like an esports demo or tournament?
They have like an esports club right now.
Oh, okay. Nice. So they're looking for members?
So, yeah. But they're looking for members. But tomorrow they're having like a Smash Brothers tournament, which is also a food drive, too.
Oh, cool.
So bring canned good, play Smash Brothers, and the food will go to the pantry there at the college, I'm guessing.
By the way, food pantries appreciate it, but they don't want your cans of pumpkin. I know they're like, bring 2 cans. Everybody brings their cans of pumpkin. No, don't bring pumpkin. Bring food.
Yes. I like myself, Spam.
I like a good Spam.
Can't go wrong with Spam.
You're but all right.
Any potted meats. No, you go with like the mac and cheese microwavable.
Yes.
Yes, mac and cheese.
Campbell's like chunky soups, things like that. That's the stuff people want.
Heck yeah.
Not your beets, not your not that can that the label fell off that's been sitting in the back and you're like, could be peas, could be peaches, I don't know.
It's a can-o mystery.
Yeah.
But their tournament tomorrow starts at 2:00.
2 p.m. and what building or what room or wherever over there? Where on the college do they
It's
need to
in the I don't know what it's called, but it's where the
ITC?
library. It's where no, it's not the ITC. It's where the library is, sort of.
Okay.
In that building.
That central building, kind of where the library is. I think that's where like all the film classes and stuff are too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it's a food and not the. It's like the club room now. The new club room that they installed.
Oh, okay. So that's where the club will be in the club room.
It's sort of like in that club room area. Mm-hmm. But it's also connected to the. It's really hard to explain.
Can you play clubs in the club room?
It's like where the pantry is too, and it's also connected to the same building the library is in.
Okay.
It's all one building technically.
All smashed together.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers tournament tomorrow
in the Smash room
in the club. But that's at 2 p.m. Bring canned good items to enter the tournament, which will go back to the pantry there.
They want people to sign up on Instagram. So.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that, but
I don't have Instagram.
You could probably just show up before 2:00 and sign up.
Come there with 2 cans.
Yeah.
One each can say, I want to play Smash Brothers, and they'll say, come on in. That's what they'll do.
See, I would show up with tropical birds. I was just confused. You said to bring 2 cans?
I only had a box of Fruit Loops. Is that okay?
Hey, it's non-perishable.
By the way, Fruit Loops don't taste as good as they used to.
You don't think?
No. I hadn't had Fruit Loops in years, and I went over the summer. I had some of the youngin' relatives come over.
Did you have Fruit Loops, or did you have like the multi-meal version?
No. The 2-can Kellogg's.
Okay.
Not generic OG Fruit Loops. I bought a box. I had me in bowls. Like, I haven't had these in 100 years. I was like, these don't taste as good as they used to.
Now, your palate has also changed. You've lost taste buds. They've deadened. My daughter she refuses to let me get the Tutti Fruttis, which is I believe it's not called that. It's called something else. But the multi-meal version of the Fruit Loops, because they're just not the same. Now, I have yet to do the experiment wherein I take the multi-meal and put it in the box of Fruit Loops just to see if she can tell the difference.
Right.
But I wonder if she's kind of a super taster in that right.
I just noticed I had the Fruit Loops, and I was like, this is
just not the same.
Did not evoke the thing I did. I mean, other cereals, your Frosted Flakes, your other one, but the Fruit Loops just didn't hit me the same. So,
maybe the generic ones will taste better.
Maybe I need to get the Fruit Rings. Or whatever they call them.
The Loops and Fruits.
Yeah. Loops and Fruits. It is 8:20. Probably need to get the interview going. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We will get some sunshine today, pretty warm temperatures with upper 80s to about 90, but we do have a chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm with low pressure over the area. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected overnight. Pretty good rain chances are low in the low 60s. Maybe a few showers and thunderstorms around the area on Saturday, and we'll be in the low 80s. Scattered showers on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, I guess Robert Sherman with the Walker Aviation Museum. I guess the simulator is not going to be available tomorrow, but all the other stuff's going on. So he just wanted to mention that. I know we talked about that in the interview, and it's kind of on the flyer and everything. But I guess they'll have that up ready for the future. They're just doing tours and everything tomorrow. Kind of sounds like what the plan is for Museum Day there.
Yeah, or like they're just not giving like free rides to everyone or something.
Right, you got to have you got to have the training. Because they have a little court thing, and you get a license kind of to do
they
all
might. He said they will probably offer that in the future, though.
Okay, very good. So, but come check it out tomorrow while you're there. Currently 68 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 76%. Winds at the moment out of the north at 9 miles per hour. We do have a 20% chance of showers for this afternoon. They say some of these storms could be severe, partly cloudy, and a high of 88 today. North winds 5 to 10. Tonight, we're looking at a 70% chance at showers and thunderstorms. They say mainly after midnight tonight. Some of those storms could be severe. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 62 degrees with east winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, we're looking at a 60% chance of rain early. Mostly cloudy for the day with a high of 82. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Saturday night, we're looking at a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms with an overnight low of 63. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. 20% chance of rain for Sunday as well for the afternoon. Mostly sunny and a high of 85 expected. South winds 5 to 10. And then Monday, sunny skies, highs back near 90. All right, 8:22, about a 3-minute break, and then we'll play our interview with Janine Best from the Chavez County Federated Republican Women, talking about Cowboy Prom, and their meeting next week. All that up next. Don't go away.
Do you struggle with acne, eczema, or worry about skin cancer? Research suggests that 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer by the age of 70, but when detected early, 99% of skin cancer cases are curable. At Epiphany Dermatology of Roswell, we place special emphasis on prevention, screening, and treatment, so schedule your annual skin exam by calling us at 575-208-7050 or by visiting our website at epiphanydermatology.com and get checked today. Prevention is key.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Attention Roswell, Carlsbad, Artesia, and surrounding areas. Roswell Tire and Appliance has what you're looking for with a great selection of refrigerators, freezers, washers and dryers, and ranges, and they can prepare your appliance as well with many models in stock and on sale. You can own it today. RTA services after the sale with repair, warranty, and delivery to Roswell and surrounding areas. Save big on a selection of scratch and dent appliances too, plus a great selection of tires and a team of people to help you when you need it most. Roswell Tire and Appliance, 101 South Main in downtown Roswell.
Are you looking for a way to serve your community? Look no further than the New Mexico Army National Guard. Whether it's disaster relief or defending our freedoms, the New Mexico Army National Guard is always ready to serve. Gain valuable skills, receive world-class training, and be a part of a team that makes a difference. Step up and become the best version of yourself. To join the New Mexico Army National Guard, call us at 1-800-GO-GUARD. That's 1-800-GO-GUARD.
A night of music that'll bring you joy. Compassion presents We Are Messengers Where the Joy Is tour with special guest Cochran and Company and Ben Fuller. Sunday, October 15th in Carlsbad at Walter Gerald's Performing Arts Center. We Are Messengers Where the Joy Is tour with Cochran and Company and Ben Fuller. Tickets are available now at wearemessengersmusic.com.
The journey rolls on for your Goddard Rockets, and coming up this Friday night, your Rockets are back home at the Wool Bowl, taking on the Panthers of Piedra Vista High. Fiera 106.1 FM and KSVPTV.com have got you covered. Join Chris Deck and Chris Roybal for the pregame show beginning at 6:45 and kickoff at 7. Rockets versus the Panthers of Piedra Vista High. Friday night beginning at 6:45 on Fiera 106.1 FM and online at KSVPTV.com. Southeastern New Mexico's sports authority, then, now, and always.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. More than 50% of Americans fall asleep on their sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
It's 26 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Chavez County Federated Republican Women, Janine Best back with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm good.
Doing good?
I'm blessed. Is this...
Yeah, but move a little closer just so they can
Hello.
There you go. So, as a you tend to get your hand in the dirt once in a while too. You're probably pretty happy with the weather and everything. It's kind of nice.
I'm loving the weather. Farmers and ranchers, mud is the best thing on a newly mopped floor.
Yeah.
We're just like, yeah, bring it in.
I was kind of questioning, like, what about the alfalfa growers? Do they get nervous at this time, or is it because I know that's really fickle?
I don't know how many cuttings they already have off the top, and
Okay.
if they've just cut it and they're getting ready to pop up again, they'll love it. If they've got it laying down and they have to go through and turn it over and dry it out again.
Okay.
But it's going to be a whole week.
Okay, I didn't know if it get a little fickle for them,
From what
but
the weather said on the TV, I didn't listen to
it looks
yours.
like about Saturday this
Yeah.
thing wraps up here. So,
yeah. So usually they know, and they watch far enough out that they know. So I don't
Well-
even know what cutting it is. It could be like the fifth cutting, sixth cutting.
Yeah, well, farmers, when you do it long enough, you kind of get like a Sherpa, and you just kind of read the tea leaves and act accordingly. So.
Exactly. Livestock, we just like them. It just washes the dirt off, and they get fresh grass.
There you go. It's a good thing. So pray for more
I
of
was
this.
never
and enjoy.
a farmer, though.
No, not the family. Never got into all that
never
stuff.
farmed.
Okay.
I was strictly cattle and sheep.
Okay, I didn't know if you. It's like if you said, "Oh, we got all this land with the cows. Let's grow some corn over here."
No.
Not for professional.
I don't have
just
a
for
green thumb.
Yeah, me either.
I can grow cactus and loco weed.
My thumb's burnt.
Cactus and loco weed is about my.
I can nail the weeds, boy. I can grow me a patch of weeds like nobody's business. But for folks not familiar, the Chavez County Federated Republican Women, kind of, it's in the title. They are an organization that supports the Republican Party for New Mexico, and particularly Chavez County is the focus for that. But really a twofold organization. One is putting people in touch with candidates, getting people informed. So when you do go to the vote here in October or November, depending on early voting or when you regular vote, you're informed on your decisions.
We give you the option to get informed.
Yes.
At our luncheon coming up Wednesday,
1 week from today, actually.
September 20th. I printed this off last night, and it was bigger. It was bigger last night.
The print done shrunk overnight.
It did.
Someone put
so
it in
the 20th, and we have all of our Republican candidates for the school district.
Okay.
No, just the city. Just the city.
City council.
City council.
Is there any judge candidates too in there, or just the
nope.
council? Okay.
Nope. We have Ward 2, Will Kevin, Christopher Hensley. Ward 4, Daryl Johnson, Joseph Green. Ward 3, Mike Chappelle.
Chapel. Yeah, Matthew Chapel.
Sounds more elegant.
It does sound fancy. I went to Leadership Roswell with him.
There you go.
And matter of fact, Historical Society too. We actually serve together on quite a few different boards.
So Mr. Chapel
Yeah.
and Ward 5, Barry Foster. So keep in mind, the only ones that speak at our luncheon are Republicans.
Yes, it is a Republican.
It is strictly Republican.
And so you're more than welcome to come. So the next week you can come and listen to all the candidates.
Yes. This is where you get informed.
Absolutely. It's at the convention center. It's always that third Wednesday of the month.
Correct.
Around the lunch hour. So start about 11:30.
Yeah, and our lunch this time is Salisbury steak with whipped buttered potato.
Ooh.
Yeah, assorted desserts, tea and water.
I do love Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
I don't know, which Salisbury it came from. Like I'm sure there's 60 Salisburys. Is it a British Salisbury?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I know it's a brown gravy.
But to be honest,
it's just chopped steak.
Most time you have it, it comes out of a Hungry Man box. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's true. This will be fresh.
This will be fresh.
Yep, this one will be fresh. So it'll be yummy.
Oh,
yummy,
and
yummy.
I love whipped mashed potatoes home.
They'll have a
my
salad,
favorite.
and it just and we try to keep most of our food soft because our crowd's a little older. So.
Well, it'll be a vacation for your gums on Wednesday.
Exactly.
But definitely want to invite you to come and listen to hear what.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, these are the people you really want to pay attention to, because I know watching Fox or CNN or whatever you're watching is fun and adventurous, and it's kind of like watching wrestling on Wednesday night or Friday night or something. But as far as decisions that are going to be made that directly impact your life the most
in Roswell,
the individuals you're going to be seeing and speaking on Wednesday and ultimately voting for here in November are going to impact your life way more greatly than any person you see on the news here.
I believe next month we have the school district and the judge.
Okay, very good.
So we're kind of splitting it up because that's a lot of people to be talking.
It is a bevy of people in a short amount of time.
And you're going to get a lot of information, but you can walk up to them, shake their hands, look in their eyes, and say, what are you going to do for this city?
Absolutely. And that's the great thing about it. Correct. And the thing is too, and this is what you can talk to them afterwards and things. So yes, you're going to hear their prepared speech or whatever, but afterwards or
Correct.
before, you could show up and say, hey, so-and-so, I'm in your ward. What are you going to do about these street lights?
Or
what
here's my
about...
list. You know, bring a list to them. Say, here's my list. Fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And educate yourself too, because and it's easy to get confused, but you see it a lot with people running for office, not just people that are voting for people in office, but especially at this level, because let's face it, everyone that's running for office aren't people that have law degrees and have spent time being politicians.
Just people.
These are,
and that's who
they're
we
farmers,
want
ranchers, business owners.
Exactly, and that's who we want up there.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that is we are the basis of the community.
Absolutely.
You know, and we have to learn a few new things. We hope that you don't get tied up in the politics.
Right.
You know, we haven't had that for a long time now. It's new, but that's okay. Don't get tied up in the politics.
Sure.
Do what's best for your citizens.
Absolutely.
Not for you, not for someone else. You've got a whole ward, and it's not just the ward you're working for. You're working for the city.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're representing, your particular ward.
Correct.
But you're making decisions for the whole city. Now, if problems are brought to light that are going on in your ward, you're the representative to bring it to the city council.
Correct.
So if your ward's got a crime problem in a certain park or a certain neighborhood, and you want to address that specifically, you bring that to the council.
You bring
and
it
say,
to the council. You don't go out and take care of it yourself.
Yes, exactly. You bring it to the council and let the council work as a 10-person unit along with the city staff and manager and everything else to get your problem addressed.
Yes, sir.
But here's the thing, too, is some people don't realize, especially if you go out on the south end where county lines and city lines get a little muddy, sometimes the problems you're thinking about, you're like, well, that's technically a county problem, not a city problem, or vice versa. And so sometimes you need to educate, because I've had that in the past where I've had people run for county commissioner and they're talking about fixing city streetlights. I'm like, well, you picked the wrong job to run for, because that's not going to help you.
You learn to work hand in hand with everybody.
Yeah, and so you
try to.
So you got to kind of delineate a little of that, understand where your neighborhood is and who are the people that are the actual representatives.
And not
in that area.
everybody's going to agree.
Exactly.
So you've got to learn to agree to disagree.
Absolutely. And
Which
that's
is
the
hard.
thing too. Well, that's just it too. We all
very
can,
hard.
we all may not agree on exactly how a certain building or certain facility should meet a certain need or something,
Correct.
but I think we all can agree that, we need that certain facility or whatever. It's just how we get it done. And really, it's an ideology of opinions on, do we want to do new? Do we want to rehab old? Do we want to, do we want to, and that's the battle.
Cost effective. You've got to see what the cost is and how run down it is, whatever the case may be, and get your pencil sharp, because it's not easy to run a city.
Yeah. City government is hard work that's not sexy.
Exactly.
And doing city council and all that right is kind of the same way. I mean,
you got to take a left hook.
Yeah, I mean, people throw politics in there, but at the end of the day, it's really nuts and bolts about dollars and cents.
Correct.
And that's where people get passionate because people want their project and things, and that's where.
But we manage our families, we manage our businesses, we manage our kids.
Absolutely.
So your management skills goes along with everybody else's. There's no professional. They say there's professionals. There's no professionals. Because it's all common sense. It's all common sense. And whether you can use the lingo that they have, which I can't spell it most of the time, but that's okay.
Sure.
Spelling doesn't have everything to do with it.
Sure. I would imagine you'll probably get a few questions next week because of what happened Friday here in the state of New Mexico.
What happened Friday?
I was actually making this comment with Janine off air. Our governor has managed to do one thing that no other politician in the history of the state of New Mexico has ever been able to do.
Or the country.
Or the country, for that matter.
Country.
Yeah, I know. Or the country. Get Republicans and Democrats to agree on something.
Exactly.
And you saw it. I mean, yesterday kind of was the icing on the cake when you got your own state attorney general saying, the governor, that's unconstitutional. You can't
Correct.
do what you're doing right there. And so when you that's I don't know if this
It's crazy.
I don't know if we slap her on the back or you know what do we do here, because
Well, so who's
I'm like,
gonna-
you managed to rally everybody against
So
you.
here's my question. All these lawsuits that are coming against her,
Yeah.
Attorney General says, I'm not taking them. I'm not protecting you. So who's going to pay her law bills now that she's got all these suits against her?
President Biden, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
His people.
So that leads me to the question. How far out or who told her to do this? I mean, she's silly, and I could say a few other words.
Sure.
But is she really that silly to be reaching that far out? So I think we are the test ground for something bigger.
I could actually
If
see
you
your
can see
point.
that.
I can see that. I mean,
Because the time is right. It's a year and a half out before the big election.
Sure.
You know, or is she wanting to line herself up to run for president and nobody's seeing her? Now she wants to be seen because they're all looking at Newsom.
sure. She's looking at it. Yeah. She's well.
Yeah.
I mean, we
see,
get into
now you're
politics,
thinking.
but I mean, we all know the history here. The vice president marrying her off. I mean,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. That leads to the stuff of which Janine's talking about now, and that's why I'm like,
There's a trail.
I would not be surprised at all if
There's a
this
rabbit
was,
trail there somewhere, and they think we're stupid enough not to see it.
Yeah, but needless to say, it's going to make things very interesting
Correct.
in this next election cycle. I know people are talking impeachment stuff, and I don't know how that's going to happen because the legislature
talk.
is just as liberal as she is, and I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No, they're not going to never. Of course, she can't be elected again.
Exactly.
Only 2 terms.
Yeah.
So she has nothing to lose at this point.
Exactly.
She has nothing to lose.
Unless
at
she's
this point.
planning on coming back. Because I think technically you can run 2 terms, then go away, and then come back again. I think that's
Lord forbid.
I think that's legal in the state of New
Let's start
Mexico.
praying on that one.
Unless she's doing that move, but which I hope not. But
Exactly.
It's I don't know. But this I'm hoping she's going scorched earth enough here where it's going to taint any Democrat that
So can we
runs for
bring
office.
back tar and feathering in the public square?
Hey,
Is that possible?
it worked well in our colonial times. You
I
know.
mean, let's go back to the original stuff where you start cutting off fingers or whatever for stealing. I mean, she's saying we need to take control of this. Well, she's taking control the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, you need to get stiffer penalties and all that. Of course, that goes into your DA talk with your district attorney that comes in. I know you have them talking every now and then. They're right. It needs to be tougher.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm tired of people getting turned down. And I know the people out there, the public, is tired of the catch and release.
Well, it doesn't work. B, it makes our place more dangerous.
I mean, even with our kids, the catch and release, it didn't work. You know, the
Right.
grounding didn't work. So what makes her think this is going to work?
And humanity, people need a deterrent.
Yeah.
It's and people can get mad when I say this, but I personally believe humanity is only as good as the person watching them.
Correct.
This is why they preach integrity so hard when you join the military, because that's the one thing that's like, look, if we can get you to be honest and be integrity, we can figure the rest
we've
out.
lost that with our parents.
Yeah.
We're 4 generations out. The grandparents that raised the kids that are fairly good, you know, they're gone now. So you've just got the bad teaching the bad. And not all parents are that way. I'm not saying all parents are bad and don't have the common sense. It's just 4 generations out. And New Mexico is one of the worst when it comes to welfare and not wanting to work and all of that. Look at our businesses that can't find worker bees.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, you got to work. You got
It's crazy.
It is. And it's one of those things. And so at the end of the day, all you can do is do your thing, vote your heart. And
Correct.
so this is why I kept saying yesterday, you see all this stuff going on in the state. I know it's fun to get on Facebook and social media and spout and get in fights with other people.
I'm good at that. I am like the queen of that.
I know it's fun.
And my spelling sucks, but that seems to really irritate people.
That just eggs them on. But the place that you make your impact is in the voting booth.
Yes.
That is where you do it. And don't and this is another thing that gets me mad, and I know Republicans, Democrats always do this, but you vote for the person that you believe is the right person for that choice. I know we have a lot of people saying, that's a wasted vote. You voted for so-and-so.
And not a popular person.
Yeah.
You're the person that can do the job.
Yeah.
That's willing to stand up. I mean, they're willing to stand up and do the job or they wouldn't be running.
Exactly.
But get somebody that's not a puppet, that's not a yes man. Get somebody that's going to go in there and stir the pot for the people.
Sure. Absolutely. And that's what we need. And we need, but when people tell you, you voted for, if that's the person that you like, that your values and everything you believe, you vote for that person because that's how this country works. People that tell you stuff like that are trying to manipulate you to get you to do your thing their way. Screw them.
And don't listen to your spouse or your friend. You've got your own mind.
Now them you might listen to.
And they're not going to know what you voted. It's a closed booth. They're not going to know what you voted unless you tell them, and then that's on you.
Exactly. Of course, your spouse, you probably figure out. If you have a good relationship, I would think that
I don't know. I know a lot of Republican Democrats married, and that's...
My household's not that bad. My household is... I'm a Commanders fan. My wife's a Cowboys fan, so that's our line in this.
Did the Cowboys win?
They did.
Okay.
40-0.
Okay.
They beat the Giants badly.
Okay.
On Monday Night Football.
I'm not a football fan.
So
I'm a baseball fan.
Who's your?
I really don't have a team except Nemi. Of course, my son did 6 years of catcher.
Well, that's local school. Yeah, that's your local team.
And of course, my world is horses.
Okay.
AQHA. So that's.
But do you like? So you don't care if there's a baseball game on?
As long as it's a good game.
Okay. Is there a team you hate? Like you won't watch?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
It's like a lot of people like have a scoring.
Because usually I don't watch TV. I'm usually either doing arts and crafts, and it's just in the background or whatever like that.
Baseball's a good thing to put in the background.
Horses. I spend all summer up at the horse races. On the weekends I go up there and watch the horses run. But I like to look at the body shapes and stuff like that.
Okay. Study the
horses. I don't study the jockeys or the times or anything like that. I just look at the horses, and usually I can get through the day and play on them.
Nice. Have fun and
it works.
Get your sports fix.
Yeah.
And
speaking of horses,
yes.
Guess what is this week?
And that's the other thing. I was like, we need to shut up about politics and let's talk about partying.
So let's talk
this
about
Saturday.
partying.
Yeah.
No speeches.
Yeah, no speeches.
No speeches.
It's because everyone's going to be stuffing meat in their mouth.
Exactly. So we have this weekend, and we still have tickets available. We're still letting everybody in that wants to come in. This is the Cowboy Prom.
Yes, this is probably your biggest fundraiser that the Chaves County Federated Republican Women do.
Takes me 2 years to decorate tables.
That's why it's only every other year.
Exactly. So it's this Saturday.
Yes.
The doors open at 5:30. The bars will open at 5:30.
Yes.
So come on in and start drinking. It'll last till 11.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Graham brothers from Ruidoso.
Yeah, they're backed by popular demand.
Popular demand, 6 years. If you saw Visions last Sunday in the newspaper, that explains the whole thing. It was a great article. They've been playing with us six different sets or 6 different times.
They're kind of traditional now.
Traditional.
Yeah.
Good country and western swing. Older music. It's not the real young music. Big dance floor. You won't be bumping into each other. So if you're dancers... I found out that I have a group called the Graham Groupies.
Okay.
So we have the Graham Groupies coming in from Hope.
So they're going to need some space.
Oh, they'll need space. I don't know how they'll like the cement, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Put a little cornmeal out there, and they'll get to sliding, and they'll love it.
There you go.
We have 5.
Put a little Crisco in the boots.
Yep. We have 5 auction items, live auction items.
Okay.
We don't go where it takes forever to get through this stuff.
Just a couple items to get you back to dancing and eating.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have one item that is strictly for our scholarship fund.
Okay.
So that money that is collected for that item goes strictly to our scholarship fund to help that line item move forward.
Which, come to the meeting next Wednesday if you want to learn more about scholarships and that program, that side of things, and some of our junior members and things too.
Oh, and we have a lot of junior members. Actually, a lot of them will be helping put together.
They'll be out working on Saturday.
We have the Institute presenting colors.
Okay.
So that's going to be fun.
Make it formal and official.
Make it formal and official. We have our chief fire chief, Matt Miller, is coming to play his bagpipes.
Is he going bagpipes? Okay.
He's going bagpipes with the band. So
nice.
That should be fun.
So they're gonna put a little Irish flair, Scottish flair in the country western.
No speeches. We are what we call a card cut. So you take a deck of cards, you pay for a card, we tear it in half, throw it in a bucket. We are doing that for a commemorative Second Amendment Henry repeating 22 long rifle.
Ooh, nice. This is more of a hang on the wall kind of.
And gold. It is beautiful.
This is a collector's piece, not a functional.
Thought this, we knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
But now that MLG's done her crap,
right,
it may be even better.
Right. So it is a functional gun, but it's more one you want to put on the shelf.
Yeah. I've got it zip tied so nobody can cock it because that's not good for a commemorative.
Well, yeah, you want it as pristine as it's kind of like those toy collectors that keep things in boxes.
Yeah,
it's same kind of concept
that you never get to look at.
Yeah, exactly. Or joy.
Exactly. We have a few silent auction items that also helps us. Peppers is catering.
That means the food's gonna be delicious as always.
Good food. Green chili brisket.
There you go.
And I call it drunken chicken. I think they call it tequila lime chicken. I just say it's been drunk. I don't know how they get the chicken drunk. They get her done, and they're going to be serving their margaritas.
So come and enjoy
margaritas. Yeah.
Get a lively libation while you're dancing and everything, and just have. And that's what it is. A fun night.
It's a fun night.
Dinner, dancing, socializing, hanging out, and all the proceeds go to the Chaves County Federated Republic Women. That one silent auction item there. Will be directly for the scholarship.
The rest of it is for literacy. For like during our meeting, we're presenting the Roswell Public Library with a book for one of our members.
Okay.
So that comes out of that fund too. We also help the Assurance Home.
Another great organization that does a lot for
we help
youth
the
in our
veterans.
community.
We send a lot of mail to the veterans, especially at Christmas. We're collecting Christmas cards. So if anybody wants to get me Christmas cards, what we'd like you to do is sign them.
Yeah, you guys did the little postcards about 3 or 4 months ago.
Yes,
here. Yeah.
These right now we're collecting for, I'm not sure where it is, but we need 500 of them.
Okay.
So you sign your name to a Christmas card, you give it to us. We like that you put a little bit of scripture or a saying or something in it
personal in there,
to build them up and tell them where we're from.
Something feel good.
Yeah. If you're from Las Cruces or whatever, or Roswell's right in there, Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Tell them we got a green chili waiting on you. We get home.
Yes, we are a state.
Yes, we're one of the 50 you're defending right now.
Correct. Let's see what else I got. Our sponsor for the luncheon, we have a sponsor every month, and the sponsor this month, let me get my eyes adjusted here, is the Honorable Greg Nybert. He is the House Majority Whip with the New Mexico House of Representatives, so he's sponsored the luncheon. So,
awesome.
His name will be up in lights.
By the way, I believe it's Monday. Is Monday Constitution Day next week?
I don't know.
He's going to be at the college doing their Constitution Day talk.
Okay.
Greg Nybert is. So if you can't wait to see, after you see him Saturday, come out Monday and hear him talk about the Constitution.
You know what we do have Hope Morales. See, I can't see because I got it printed so small last night.
It is pretty tiny.
And I have such bad eyesight. So Hope Morales.
Former school board president.
And then it goes down into the Republican candidates.
Excellent.
So that
she's not running. Yeah, again, she said she stepped down.
No, she's not running again, but she is going to talk to us about whatever.
She's staying very active in education.
Yes.
She's just not going to be at the meetings on the Monday night now that they go.
Yeah. So I am so sorry. I made a mistake there. Me make a mistake? Oh. Crazy.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to
informative.
What's the best way to get tickets? Probably at this point.
No tickets. Just show up.
Just show up.
Preferably with the Cowboy Prom. I love it. If you would send me a picture of your check.
Okay.
And then I will give me the 2 names.
Okay.
Or name that you're giving the money to.
Okay.
And that way I can have tickets at the door and they'll be will call. So you'll change your check for the tickets.
Perfect.
And it makes the line move a little faster.
That way you can get in and get to partying.
Correct. and that number to text it to is 575-8.
We should have notes.
It's 585-8455-420. God.
And if you don't remember any of that, the Chaves County Federated Republic of Women has a Facebook page. Shoot a message on there, and someone will put it in.
Okay, let me try it again.
Put it on Janine's
575-420-8455.
All right, that's the number to call.
How do we know our own number?
I know.
So send me a picture and the 2 names, and
You never call it. That's why.
I never call it.
Yeah.
But it's all over the posters.
I know.
didn't bring a poster. But you...
I have one. It's buried here. I don't know what
it's
happened
buried
to
there.
it.
But you have got a candidate form for these guys.
I do. Here's the poster.
Looky there.
I
See,
found
my
it.
number's on the bottom.
420-8455. You nailed it.
Yes, I knew my number.
By the way, this is at the Roswell Convention and Civic
is.
Center. I don't know if we mentioned that at any point, but
It is.
it'll be at the Convention Civic Center this Saturday night. Come on out, or bring your dancing boots. Bring your plenty of dancing space, so you can bring your 20-gallon
You
hat.
can
'cause there's
dance
room.
you can dress from jeans all the way to formal. We have some that wear tuxedos, formal wear, and we have some that just wear jeans and boots.
Maybe a combination, like
There you go.
jeans, tuxedo top, cowboy hat.
Oh, how
boot.
cute. That would be fun.
So jeans with tails.
There you go. When was the last time you saw a tux with tails?
Well,
That's more of an English version.
I think you should bring it back, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Then you can have, that would work. That would be
A
fun.
cowboy hat with the tail.
tails?
I think it's a good look.
That would be
If it's a
cool.
split tail, it's good for horse riding. It's fine.
There you go. My mind just went a different direction with that one. Wow.
on the tux, not the horse. Split tail on the tux. Very clarified. But definitely get your tickets. Call and then come on out. It's going to be a fun night. And don't forget the Pick and Sticks camper photo booth will be there too.
Yes, that is going to be so much fun. Switch your hats out.
Yeah, and have fun and create memories and share those to your
Those are
social
free.
medias. And we'd love you to share it on social media so you can raise awareness for the Travis County Federated Republican Women.
Those pictures are free. You take home your
Absolutely.
little strip and
Yeah. Two more things I want to mention real quick. As you were kind of hitting there before we got talking about horses' tails. September 28th, the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association is once again put together a candidate forum for the upcoming municipal election. It will be 5:30 p.m. at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center. Big thank you to the city for allowing us to use it. We kind of had a lot of last minute because our normal location, which is there at the Pueblo Auditorium, they're remodeling that right now. It's it's a hot mess over there, so we can't do it there. So the city came through and helped us out to allow us that.
nice.
It is, and but we will be having not only the city council and judge candidates, but also school board as well will be there. KSVP TV, we're going to try to get it all, the video, do the whole
I bet
thing.
it's free.
It will be free of charge. Doesn't cost you anything. And usually they give outdoor prizes, matter of factly. So come, you might win something. You never know.
So that kind of goes hand in hand with our luncheon.
Yeah, absolutely. But that'll be September 28th, 5:30 p.m. at the Convention and Civic Center.
September's full.
I know, we're getting full up because October's busy too. So
Yeah.
other thing
sleeping in October.
Yes. The other thing I want to ask is I'm not sure if we're going to see you between now and the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. So I'm assuming the Republican Party will have a booth out there.
They have a booth out there.
You guys will probably helping to staff it and everything.
We staff it a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's usually the Travis County Republican Party that has their booth. It's right next to the fire department booth.
Yeah, they're in the
As you
commercial
go
building.
in.
You can't
in the
miss it.
commercial building, so they're backed up kind of there. You can register there.
Okay.
You can change your denomination. Is that the right word? You can change from a Democrat to a Republican.
I know that
just
works
like
in religion. I'm not sure if your affiliation maybe.
Yeah, affiliation. But if you want to do that and you're mad at our governor, you just jump right in there and we will have as many forms as we can have so you can sign right on over to Republican and rock on.
I'm never one to tell people how to do you? Because that's what I believe.
That's true.
However, Democrats have had a crack at this state since 1912. How do you think they're doing?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to give someone else
You know what? And this is the perfect opportunity that it's out there and you don't have to go hunt it down.
Yes.
It is there. They are standing there. They're waiting. And they will answer questions because your candidates will be there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you get to talk.
So again, another chance to get informed.
Yeah, and then of course, if you want to get involved, like you have a candidate, and then you want to get involved with their campaign, helping to help, then you can get that set up at the fair and everything.
Exactly.
To work even next Wednesday if you come out to. Again, that's next Wednesday, 11:30 at the Convention Center. Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes are the menu. It's going to be our Republican city council candidates and school board candidates.
Be there, be square.
Yeah, be there and come get informed and come leave with a belly full of Salisbury steak.
Yeah, and Saturday we have green chili brisket at the convention center.
That's right. So
starting at 5:30.
So
tickets at the door, too.
So don't eat all the brisket to save room for steak on Wednesday.
It'll be generated by then.
You'll digest it by then. You'll be fine. So, Janine, as always, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see you next month,
God
if not
bless.
sooner.
Yes.
All right, 7:57. Let's play a couple commercials to pay for my
Your free information kit. Call Wesley Financial now. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Talks aimed at ending the Hollywood writers' strike are set to resume.
The word comes from the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, which says it reached out to the leaders of the Writers Guild of America, and the two sides agreed to restart negotiations next week. Screenwriters have been on strike since early May over issues including pay, job security, and regulations for the use of artificial intelligence. But there are no talks planned between the studios, production companies, and striking actors. California lawmakers have just voted to allow the striking entertainment workers to get unemployment benefits. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's impeachment trial is getting closer to a verdict. Closing arguments are expected today as Paxton faces removal from office over accusations of corruption and bribery. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday. Mm-hmm. You made it.
Yes.
Congratulations.
It was quite the week. It went by a lot faster than I expected it to, because usually the weeks after a short week drag on. This one boogied.
I think it was just busy.
It was very busy.
A lot going on, and it just blew. That's fine.
And we're not even done yet.
Nope, we got a bevy of action for you tonight. Football on all 3 schools for you. Roswell Coyotes right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM as they travel to Carlsbad. Video also at ksbptv.com. The Got It Rockets are at home taking on the Free Agent Panthers. That game, hear it on 106.1 FM Fiero, or watch it ksbptv.com. And then, of course, the Bulldogs, 990 AM KSVP or KSVPTV.com on the Bulldogs channel as they host the Cleveland Storm tonight.
Yes,
in the Bulldog Bowl. You're going to be there.
The eye of the storm. Yeah, gonna be sweet views.
Yeah. So how it works is they have those the suites up there in down there in Artesia at the box there, and so I think One of the boxes, they do a little drawing and where like supporters and class reunions and things, and they use it for, like if something's going on that Friday for a class reunion or something. Well, when I guess there's none of those events, they kind of lottery off that box.
Right.
And so I guess our radio station won the lottery.
Nice.
So some of our people that don't have to babysit or work ball games tonight will go and watch the Bulldogs and Cleveland Storm square off.
Do we know who's going to be there from our contingent?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
Tana and her family, and I think a couple of the others that'll be there.
Yeah.
And come and eat copious amounts of hot dogs and popcorn and sodas and snacks and enjoy a football game.
Oh, yeah.
In the luxury of the box. It's really nice. You'll like it.
I'm really excited about it.
It's really nice.
I haven't actually had like a luxury experience watching an event like ever. So yeah, I'm kind of down.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of nice. You get to go have fun, and it's got a great view of the thing. The only thing, like I said, is it's because you're glassed in. It's quiet compared to like being in the crowd and everything.
Yeah, you're not taking in. It's not as immersive of an experience, but you're making your own experience.
Yeah. It does lack that side of the football experience, but the rest of it is really nice.
My kid's mom went and watched. Was invited by a friend to watch Five Finger Death Punch and Megadeth from a suite.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, that's how you do it right there.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you get all the food, and then
and not having to like rub elbows with the plebs.
Yeah, you can do a mosh pit with your family and friends right there in the box.
Bam. Mini mosh. There's probably a first aid kit somewhere in there if somebody gets injured.
We call it the mosh and nosh.
Little slam dance, little quiches.
Or nosh and mosh, depending on our how we're feeling at the time. You could pull that off with a trip to McDonald's.
Yes, you could.
Get you a McDonald's bag. Find your favorite, was it Axis or one of those or showing a concert? Nosh and mosh.
Yeah.
Swing by any of your locations near you for McDonald's. They got you covered. Download that app. It is your friend. It will be your compadre.
Indeed.
Every time you're getting a hunger pain in your gut. Also, don't forget, Monday is National Cheeseburger Day. And McDonald's, app only. You can get 50-cent cheeseburgers on Monday, September 18th. 50-cent only double cheeseburgers.
Heck yeah.
Only through the app.
That's right.
Only through the app. If you drive up to McDonald's and talk about it, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't know what you speak. Then you go to the app, and you'll find it.
We don't 50 cents? What is that?
Yeah. They're like, oh,
yeah. Meanwhile, download the app. Right this way, sir.
There you go. Come on in. We got your cheeseburgers waiting.
I've worked at a McDonald's, and I still to this day do not know how they achieve the smell right outside of a McDonald's is one of the greatest smells known to man. It's like a combination of like burgers right off that flat top and the fries. It's like, I don't know if they like fan it out to the public, but it drives me nuts every time.
I feel like they got Disney involved to help them with that.
Every time I'm about to walk into a McDonald's, there's just that tantalizing smell of like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Part of the experience. So, but big thank you to McDonald's. Download that app. Don't forget about double cheeseburger, 50-cent double cheeseburgers on Monday. App only.
Yep.
That's the only way you're going to get it.
We're not talking McDouble, by the way. We're talking double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, the double cheeseburger.
That's 2 burgers, 2 slices of cheese.
50-cent. Not the wrapper. Just 2 quarters.
I have this retired rap star.
I got some vitamin water. Is that good enough?
Yeah, one more slice. Exactly. And extra toppings. So it's you definitely
a double cheeseburger. It's like the cheeseburger, but double.
That's right.
There it is.
That's right, Mackie.
Yeah. But a big thank you to McDonald's. This hour, we're going to play our interview with Dr. Sean Powell from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. He joined us earlier this week, give us an update on some things happening around the campus, Constitution Day next week, and a couple other things as well. I believe that's also on the 18th. So get you double cheeseburgers and then go to Constitution Day.
Nice.
Where you can, or that should be the Third Amendment, well, or whatever the number we're up to, or maybe bump the third down to the fourth and slide this one in.
So you're willing to put this in Bill of Rights status?
All Americans should be able to enjoy a double cheeseburger at any time they wish.
You know what? I agree. That's an amendment I can get behind.
That's right.
Doggone right.
Your right to double cheeseburger should not be infringed upon.
It's not necessarily the same thing, but I don't know if you heard about. They passed in California something called the right to repair, which is basically people who purchase a phone, they have the right to repair that phone at a repair shop rather than having to send it in, manufacturer warranty and all that.
Isn't it sad that we got to do that?
Uh-huh. So right before the thing passed, Apple was like, hey, great news, everybody. We had this fantastic idea. We're going to give you the right to fix your phones. It's like, you're only doing that because they made you.
Geniuses.
They got out in front of it, but only just barely.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, like when your TV broke, people would come, you get it fixed.
TV repair? It was a whole industry.
That doesn't happen anymore, does it? Those people are out of business.
It does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take an iPhone into a shop, they're going to be like, well, we'll get you a new one.
Because it's, from their perspective, it's cheaper to do it that way.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And actually have people to repair these things. And
rather than give you a device that you can, keep and repair for years to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of hard to swallow something that's designed to just be swapped out every 4 or 5 years. Oh, by the way, you're paying $1,000 for it every time you swap it out.
It's manufactured obsolescence.
Yeah.
They do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like pro-consumer.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's more like for
the right to repair is yes.
For the
Oh, absolutely.
For corporations to give you the chance to.
I thought you were talking about an organization called Pro Consumer. I was like, oh, cool. From the makers of Fruit Loops come Pro Consumer.
Pro Consumer.
No, like because they like to wage war on people for trying to repair it themselves.
Sure. Yeah. And God forbid you paid for something and want it to last.
Honestly, cars are actually more like that now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the car industry. By the way, that's going to get interesting now. With auto workers going on strike for the big three.
Oh, that's right.
You know what that means? Car prices going up, car repairs going up too. You forget about that part because the same guys that make the cars also make the parts for the cars. So when your car needs parts, there's no more parts because there's no one making them right now.
But see, this is where my mindset as an advertiser comes in. Top dollar for your trade.
Well, all of that's going to go up. Yeah, we're going to start seeing. So if you start wondering why car prices are going up and all that again, that's why.
There's a reason.
That's right. All right, 9:15. Let us take a gander at the weather, where there is a possibility of more rain.
I want to take a goose.
A goose.
I'm going to goose the weather.
All right, give it a goose. Give it a good raspberry, maybe. All right, here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We will get some sunshine today, pretty warm temperatures with upper 80s to about 90, but we do have a chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm with low pressure over the area. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected overnight. Pretty good rain chances are low in the low 60s. Maybe a few showers and thunderstorms around the area on Saturday, and we'll be in the low 80s. Scattered showers on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 69 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 70% with winds out of the northeast at 13 miles per hour. We do have a 20% chance for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. If we do get some, they could be severe in nature. Partly cloudy with a high near 88 today. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, chance of rain is at 70%, but mainly after midnight for the best chances. Again, if we do get a storm, it could be severe in nature. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 62. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. If you are going out to the ball games tonight, might want to keep a rain jacket handy just in case it starts a little early. But if not, you can use it as a seat cushion, and hopefully you don't have to worry about the rain. But anyway, could happen. Be prepared. 30% chance for rain showers for your Saturday afternoon. Partly cloudy otherwise, actually mainly before noon, early, not afternoon, but early chances of rain on Saturday. Partly cloudy and high of 82 tomorrow with winds out of the northeast, 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, we do have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy, 63 for an overnight low, and then a 20% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms on Sunday as well, with a high of 85 under mostly sunny skies. And then no talk of rain on Monday, just sunny. Highs right around 90. All right, it is 17 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we're going to play our interview with Dr. Sean Powell with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell. That's on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Country Club Road Church of Christ will kick off their annual Journeyland program for grades 1st through 6th. Journeyland is a program where we travel through the Bible in 6 years. We will start Sunday, September 10th at 9 a.m. with prophets foretelling of Christ's birth, and will end with the parables in April. Our 2 teams consist of the red team, which is the 1st grade through the 3rd grade, and our blue team, which consists of the 4th grade through the 6th grade. We welcome all children to join us as we continue traveling through the Bible. We also have our recharge meal every Wednesday night starting September 6th at 5:30. This allows us to fellowship with one another before going into our classes at 6:30. We have Cradle Roll, which is nursery age, preschool, Journeyland program, junior high and high school classes, as well as adult classes that will start at 6:30. Come out and join us starting Wednesday, September 6th for our first recharge meal at 5:30. Have a wonderful, blessed day.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
The Rehabilitation Center at Artesia General Hospital offers a variety of services led by experienced licensed therapists, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Their multidisciplinary team provides a complete evaluation with the full support of your primary care provider to develop a custom plan to support your personal goals and recovery needs. These treatment plans help manage symptoms, educate patients and their families, and ultimately get back to the activities that bring you joy. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/rehab.
Edge Safety and Services LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Edge Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com or apply in person at 402 West Main Street inside the Edge Safety and Services facility. Edge Safety and Services LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Roll into Big O for big savings on oil changes and tires. From now until September 17th, get a $24.95 synthetic blend or $44.95 full synthetic oil change. Plus, get a $70 rebate on select Michelin brand tires and an additional $70 rebate on installation of select sets of 4 Michelin tires. Roll into Roswell Big O Tires today. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. Includes up to 4 quarts oil. Void where prohibited. See rebate form for terms and conditions. Additional retailer offer advertised within is independent from the manufacturer's offer.
The journey rolls on for your Roswell Coyotes, and coming up this Friday, your Coyotes travel to Carlsbad to take on the Cavemen. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com have got you covered. Join Art Sandoval and Kelly McDonald for the pregame show beginning at 6:45 and kickoff at 7. Coyotes versus the Cavemen of Carlsbad. Friday night beginning at 6:45 on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at KSVPTV.com. Southeastern New Mexico's sports authority, then, now, and always.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The ball on top of a flagpole is called a truck. Mess with your friends today by pointing at a flagpole and say, "Hey, check out the truck on top of that flagpole." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Dr. Sean Powell, president of Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, back with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Mike. Thank you.
How's life at the campus there? Probably enjoying the little rain. We don't see it very often, so students are probably sprinting across the courtyards this morning to get to their classes.
There was a bit of rain yesterday, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but everything handled. You know, at that south end, I know things tend to flood. Everybody did okay with the rain so far.
As far as I know, I didn't get any calls at 2 in the morning.
Good. I just know south end we get rain. People are like, all right, we be on the lookout.
Right. Yeah.
But of course, we're full into the fall semester now, and it's just the well-oiled machine of running a college and running a campus and having classes and people coming in, going to classes. People, it's a atypical life at a college right now.
Absolutely, and we feel very fortunate. Our enrollment's up, so we're meeting the needs of students. I think we're about 12% higher than we were last fall at this time. So things are good, and we appreciate the legislative support with the opportunity and lottery scholarships, and of course the governor's support of those things as well. I think that's some of the reason that we have the enrollment that we do right now.
Absolutely, and let's face it, you get more bang for your buck by going to Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. That's just facts.
Right.
You and the beauty of what New Mexico did several years ago with your basic courses and all that are streamlined. It's the exact same curriculum, exact same numbering system, the whole deal.
Right.
So a class at UNM, English 101 at UNM cost a lot more than English 101 at at Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. I'm just telling you, those are facts.
Well, I appreciate you pointing that out. I'll have to do some research to make sure that
I'm pretty safe to say you're going to pay more per credit hour there than you will here.
I would think that's probably accurate. Yeah.
But and so I think people realize it's like, I can get a great quality education that, quite frankly, I'm not a number. And that's the other part I always say too is, I getting spreading your wings, young kids coming out of high school ready to, break free from mom and dad and kind of be on their own a little bit. But when you go to bigger schools, that also becomes you get lost in the when you have a class size of 200 kids or students versus 20 or 30, there's a difference on how the curriculum is taught and how much access you have to your professor and all that kind of stuff. And so you go to a bigger college, you got to make appointments and do all kind of stuff just to talk to your teacher. You are, raise your hand, or class is over, go walk up to the desk.
Right. Well, I appreciate all those comments, and I think our faculty would agree that there's a tighter connection with the students on our campus with smaller class sizes, and obviously in some of the career and tech ed programs, health education programs, where they have smaller classes than you would find at other.
And if
other
your goal is
locations.
to get a degree from UNM or Texas Tech or whatever, guess what? You're set the table to still do that, but you did it at half the price. And so that's what, look into this. This is there's a lot of opportunity that's right in your own backyard here.
Absolutely.
You do have some events and things coming up that we want to put on people's radar, though.
We do. And so next Monday, on the 18th, we're going to be doing our celebration and observation of Constitution Day.
All right.
Because we receive federal funding, one of the requirements that we have each year is to honor the Constitution. And so we do an educational component to that. Representative Nybert is going to come, and he's going to be our guest speaker, talking about the importance of the Constitution.
Excellent.
And the history of it. We'll have activities. The different clubs on campus will be available for students to participate, and members of the community are invited as well.
Well, and you look at the world we live in right now, and you see, the debates and discussions that are going on here, and the best source, the best thing you can do when it comes to yourself and your family, when it comes to these things, is knowledge. Come out to this event. We all think we know the Constitution. May think, what I'm saying? I think, and this is open to everybody, not just students. If you're breathing and want to come on out to this. But I think every person should benefit in sitting down and hearing, what our Constitution is and breaking down what it means and having an understanding of what those words that were written in the Constitution and those Bill of Rights and those amendments. That's you have a lot of people in this world telling you what they think it means, but there's a lot of spin there. Let's hear it from, and that's what you're an institution of learning. So let's go from an education angle and say, what does that Constitution say? What does it really mean? Come in and let's see. And obviously with Representative Greg Nybert, who spends a good part of his day defending said Constitution, he's pretty well versed on that. So he'll probably have lots of information, and I'm sure if you have questions for him, even related to current affairs and things like that, he'll be happy to talk to you about some of this stuff.
And we will have the pocket-sized versions of the Constitution available at no charge for anyone who wants one. We'll have those available on campus.
Got a friend or two that wants one, grab one for them too.
Right.
And it's trust me, as I think, we are Americans. I believe we're the luckiest people on the planet. We have the greatest nation in the world, and we get so many freedoms that people that in other parts of the world just don't get. And I think many Americans don't realize some of that stuff because they've never set foot out of this country and see how other people live in their lives. And sure, there's a lot of great countries and other things, but it's different than it is here. And in my time in the military, I'm sure you've seen it in your own military experiences and things. Right. Life is done different in other parts of the world, and sometimes you don't realize how good you got it until you don't have it, and that's why I say, as an American citizen, it is your responsibility to understand that Constitution. And when you go to vote, when you go into those polling, that you vote educated, not based on pretty signs or so-and-so likes this person, so I'm going to like this person. No. Educate yourself and vote with your knowledge in your heart and understand the Constitution and know what you can and cannot do. I think as an American citizen, those are two things that we are obligated to do for each other. You have the freedom to do everything else, but when it comes to elections, do your job. When it comes to understand that Constitution, know what you're talking about.
And I think that's why I feel it's such a privilege to be at ENMU Roswell. We have such a great group of faculty and staff members there. And what I think about every day, Mike, is how we can best serve the community here in Chavez County, how we can help people improve their lives
Absolutely.
and the family lives as they either gain new skills or complete a degree or complete the general education and move on, whatever
Absolutely.
we can offer. And this is just one of those services, this Constitution Day. And I really encourage people to come out and attend this if they're available. It'll be next Monday, the 18th at 11 o'clock in the Instructional Training Center.
And then when you're done, go have lunch. Go into the student thing. I'm telling you, the burritos, like if you've never eaten there, maybe you've never been to the campus, or maybe, just come down and then have lunch afterwards. Come in and have a meal, and the food is excellent, and you might meet some people too.
Right.
And then come explore the campus. It is a public campus. It's a community school. It is your school just as much as it is the students that are enrolled there.
Right.
And many of the services, and while you're there, maybe you're thinking, man, they got a cool gym. I'd love to get, but guess what? You don't have to sign up officially. There's ways to do, or just take a class, like take an aerobics class. You don't have to be going for a degree. You could just be saying, I'm just trying to lose a few lbs here. I'm trying to do something to do that. Go take an aerobics class, or go take a lifting class, or go do any of the PE stuff. There's a lot there at the campus that isn't saying, I'm going to be an accountant, I'm going to be a bookkeeper, I'm going to be a lawyer, whatever it is. You could be just like, I just want to learn how to paint. I just wanted to learn sculpture. You know what? I stunk in American history in school. I'd like to go back and maybe take a refresher here, or I love literature, English literature. I'd love to take a class and maybe find, that
Sure.
You don't have to be pursuing a goal that means I'm trying to get a job or I'm trying to get a degree. Maybe you're just, I'm just trying to enrich my life in some way, shape, or form. And the college can do that too.
Well, and a couple of points along those lines, I ask our institutional research folks to tell me the demographics of the class. And so again, this fall, the age range goes from 13 to 76.
Love it.
So, we've
it should
got
be like that every year.
63-year span.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing to just make people aware of is we do have a second 8-week term that's going to start October 16th.
Okay.
We've got a lot of classes that are going to be open and are available. So if you didn't get in line or didn't get enrolled when the semester started in August, we will have another 8-week session coming up here in October.
And these are great too, because if your time scheduled and you're like, well, I can't commit to full in some of these classes, you can basically get the credit hours in half the time if you're trying to in a time crunch situation. So it works that way. Or if you're, like you said, if you're just, hey, I'd love to do this, and I'm doing this just for my own personal growth, then shoot, a great 8-week class on this will be, and then, like I said, not the entire catalog is available for those 8-week classes, but there are some, I guess, probably more popular, more needed, desired classes that are available in that 8-week program there.
Right.
So.
And I think, again, if anyone's interested, just please go to our website and you can see what the class offerings are, and then you can contact one of our advisors. There's a block on our website front page where you can just click and make an advising appointment if you're interested in looking at those classes. So, enrollment is over for the first part of the fall semester, but we have other classes coming up here.
You wouldn't get your money's worth. That's what you really, because you already missed so much class. It would just not be beneficial to anybody. So, but take some of these 8, and of course, now it's never too early to start thinking about spring. And, if you're not enrolled in the college and all that, you can get that done now. So here in a couple weeks, when the spring semester officially opens for enrollment and all that, you're ready to go. And that way you can sit down and talk with an advisor and really, if you got time, come down to the campus and really, because, you'll do the application stuff. That's very easy. But then if you need like skill placement to figure out where, like if you're pursuing a degree and it's been a while since you took a math or English class, we can figure out where you're at and all those kind of things to see what level you're at. But if you're just saying, no, I work as a so-and-so and I'm trying to do some things to get promotions, what kind of things can I do? And the advisors will sit down and say, well, let's sign you up for this class, and this class. And then whatever your goal is, those advisors help you reach that goal. And that's what they're there to do. And then when you're done talking to them, go talk to the financial aid people, because I don't care if you're a millionaire or don't got two nickels to rub together. If we can get you to get someone else to pay for school for you, let's do that. All of us likes free stuff. So go talk to the financial aid and talk about what you need to do there and get your FAFSA forms filled out and all the stuff that's required there. And who knows? Not only could you get some great education, but get it paid for, or at least partially paid for, just through some scholarships here. There's millions of dollars each year that go unclaimed because people just weren't aware of the scholarships or whatever. So and it doesn't matter who you are, how much money you got, where you come from. There's probably a scholarship for you.
Absolutely.
There's no hurdles there. There's probably something there.
Right.
You won't know unless you go talk to the financial aid folks.
Absolutely.
So do that. What else is there? Something else? Sure. There was something else, but I couldn't remember.
There's another issue I did want to bring up, and so we're into the local election cycle this coming November, and so 3 of our community college board positions were open.
Okay.
And we didn't have anyone file for the District 1 position. This is following the Chavez County Commission district areas. So it's District 1, County Commission, District 1, if you will.
So if you, whatever county district you're in, you also are in the college board district.
And and we didn't have anyone file. Maria Trujillo has been in that position for a number of years, and she's stepping away, and we really appreciate all of her service that she's given.
We got to fill that void.
And so we're in the process of soliciting applications for that position, and then it'll be up to the board to make a determination.
What ward or district is hers that she represents?
District 1.
District 1. Okay, I missed that part. Sorry. So if you live in District 1, and this is also the same as the like Dr. Powell's saying, is the county commission jurisdiction. So if you get your voter registration card and it says what county district you're in, District 1, then you're in the district for the school board. Obviously, if you have background and experience in this area, then we're interested in you in stepping up. If you have no clue what we're talking about, probably not your thing.
And if someone is interested, really what we're looking for is a letter of interest, and they could send that to Lindy Newman.
Okay. Is there any, other than living in that district, is there any other, like they have to have a college degree, or do they have to go on to the college? Is there any prerequisites or anything like that? Or
just be a registered voter and a member of that district is my understanding.
Okay. And obviously having an interest in wanting to help here is probably important. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Right.
You're trying to pad a resume or something, but it is and it really is a great working board, because not only do they make decisions for the curriculum, what direction Dr. Powell and the rest of the staff do, but they also the ones that do like are they involved with the foundation side too and all that, or is that a different board altogether?
So the foundation has its own board, and we really appreciate all the work they put in to the efforts to support.
But do they give
the
directives
campus.
to that foundation too, or is that completely independent from it?
So there's an ex officio member from the board that serves on the foundation board.
Basically, the communication or just
some guidelines.
Yeah, it makes sense. But they don't tell them what to do. They just kind of partner and say, hey, this is what we're up to. And that's that liaison.
Right.
Makes sense. Very good. But if you'd like to be a part of that too. And of course, check in with the foundation too. I don't know if they have board openings, but if you want to get involved with volunteering, the foundation side is like when you hear the golf tournaments every year and the scholarships, and that's the foundation. Absolutely. They're the ones that are raising money and providing opportunities for students that may have not had those opportunities in through other ways. So if you want to get involved in that side, please reach out to the foundation. I'm sure they're always looking, especially around golf tournament times and when they're planning their big yearly events. They can always use more volunteers and more people to be involved there, and it's all great stuff. It's all for education and every. every year they have a great success story, and I love hearing it every single year. And there's 100 of them, but we hear about one every year, and I love it. So,
and they'll be having their banquet next month and be honoring some members of the community with different awards for their support of the campus. They do an individual award and a business award, and so they're looking to do that in October, and I can get more information to you about that banquet and when it's going to happen.
We'll do it next time here when you come in next month here. But absolutely, these are definitely ways to get involved. Are we talking bonds here in this or is that next year?
Oh, that'll be next year.
Okay, then we'll hit you on the bonds. But so we're safe for today on that one. But I'll tell you this right now: when those do come, when it is election time, not this cycle, but be the next one. When you see the bonds A, B, and C on there, usually one's for libraries, one's for higher learning, and one's usually for senior centers and things like that. I just say vote yes on all of them. They're usually they have to every couple of years have to ask permission to reinstitute this. 99% of the time, it never affects your taxes or anything like that. Right. But they need the approval. So we every couple of years, and when it happens, we'll have Dr. Powell and of course General Grizzle and probably Brian Luck and everybody else, and talking about exactly what that money is going to be earmarked for, whatever project. I know your last one was a lot of security lighting, that kind of stuff around the campus, doing some upgrades and updating for some of that stuff, because lest we forget, that's an old Air Force base from many, many moons ago, and some of the facilities still are reminiscent of times when soldiers and airmen were bombs and launching airplanes out of there. So.
Right. That's true. That's true.
So some of the stuff needs updating, and that was the latest one here. So I'm just curious, what's the project earmarked for the next batch? Has that been determined yet? Or
we made presentations this past summer, and it'll be one of two projects. We're hopeful that the higher education department, the legislature, and the governor will support us. We want to expand our aviation maintenance technology center. We want to add about 10,000 square feet to it.
Well, and that is the gem. I mean, when we talk, ENMUR is a great campus and offer, but the uniqueness of that campus is because of that flight line and because of what was there. There are so many parts of curriculum in the aviation and drone and that side of things that a lot of colleges in this area can't touch and can't get into. So I love that you're expanding and embrace, because I think that might turn this campus into a destination camp. Like, it's a community campus and we'll continue to serve it. But I think this kind of stuff turns it from not only a community campus, but a regional institution, especially if you're going for flight training or aviation maintenance and that line of work. We're going to be the destination for that kind of stuff. You keep, because and I know, being in the military, you yourself, it is, if you have pilot / aircraft mechanic and any of that experience and that kind of thing, you can write your own ticket on where you want to live and where you want to work, because you're in demand on every single corner of the globe. So it's a good thing.
And the aviation maintenance program has been around for 50 years, and so it's been producing graduates that have served the aircraft industry in one component or another. We have industry reps that come in from Delta, United, American, all the major airlines come to our campus to talk to our graduates. We have some of them over at the spaceport working on the Virgin Galactic equipment that's going up into
cutting
space.
Edge technology that we're seeing today.
So it's just really amazing what can happen with that career, but you're absolutely right. And the thing I think about from this last May, the early college high school, we actually had a couple of the graduates from ECHS that finished their associate's degree with us in aviation maintenance and got their high school diploma at the same time. Well, they're 18, and they can pretty much write their ticket wherever they want to go at that point.
It's amazing. It is. Trust me, I was a bomb loader in the Air Force. Part of me saying, man, I should have been a crew chief. That bombing thing wasn't very, I'm good and happy, but that's because, to be honest, what these young men and women are doing right now, the alternative version of that is signing up with Uncle Sam. There's no other place you're going to get anything like that unless you swear, put your hand on the Bible, and basically, speaking of Constitution Day, give up your constitutional rights and go be under UCMJ. That's the only other way that goes.
Yes, the Uniform Code of Military Justice does have some restrictions on constitutional rights and privileges. That's for sure.
So please, that's what I love. That so we'll talk hot and heavy about a year from now. But vote on those bonds when they come in.
Absolutely,
good thing. And in the meantime, now please come register. Come to the campus. Come to Constitution Day here on the 18th. And what time did you say that was? 11?
It's going to be 11 o'clock.
11, so you can get there and then have lunch right afterwards and or come and check out the campus. Knock on wood, hopefully the weather will cooperate that day and it'll be a beautiful day to walk around on the campus there and all that stuff. So, and then of course, if you're looking for classes, maybe just one class or we got the next 8-week courses coming up here in the next week or two. So now's the time to enroll and register. You're kind of behind the 8 ball on that one. But get it done. You can still get it done here now. And then, of course, start perusing the website. Start talking to advisors. And if you're interested in signing up for the fall or the spring semester here in January, now's the time to do your legwork and get that. Because if you try to do it in December or that first week or two in January when the campus, everybody and their uncle's going to be there doing the same thing you are, and it gets a little busy. If you got time to stroll and do it, you'll be so much, and that way you can actually get enrolled and everything, and then go online and sign up if you want to and do it. But it's save yourself a little bit of headache and hassle by doing it that way.
Absolutely.
And then of course talk to advisor, questions, any of that stuff, and that campus is there for you and everybody else, and it's a community campus. Come be a part. Like Dr. Powell was saying, the average or the range of students, 13 to, was it 70?
76.
76. That's a pretty wide gamut, and that's a great thing, and that's the way it should be every year. That college is not just for 18 to 24-year-olds. It's for everybody that wants to get ahead and be better and do things.
Absolutely.
Good deal. Is there anything we didn't cover, Dr. Powell, that you wanted to?
I would just want to throw out that our adult education program is doing a great job.
Good deal.
We had an award because they were I think 4th highest in the state in terms of number of graduates with the high set or the GED, the high school equivalency, if you will. And so they got recognized again this year. So they're doing a really good job. They work with the Youth Challenge cadets as well. And so their class is back, and we love to have the Youth Challenge cadets on campus.
Yeah.
And, I think the only other thing I can think of right now is the turkey trot will be coming back in November. That's the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and we'll look to get more information out to the community about that 5K. It's a fun run walk, and it's a food
Is that a
donation.
foundation fundraiser, or is that just a campus?
It's a campus fundraiser for the food pantry.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so the entry fee is non-perishable food items.
Good deal.
And the David Gonzalez family, David Gonzalez and the Gonzalez family did a run a couple of weeks ago, and they did the same thing where the entry was a non-perishable food item, and they donated that to our food pantry.
Cool. Yeah,
our students.
We had his daughter and son on talking about that event, and well, obviously, with his media cable, in the studio there, and his family. That's a great thing, and don't forget that's something too for the Student Resources Center, veterans. They've added these new resources in the last year or two on the campus for students. There, if you're in need of food or help, assistance, if you're a student, if you're a veteran, there are resources there for you to go and utilize. Please do so. That's why they're created for and to help. I get it. College students, you got a lot of balls to juggle, and sometimes things ends don't meet sometimes,
right?
And you need help, and that's what those are there for. And so, love to see that. So, if you want to support that, come out on a brisk fall morning. Right. Hopefully, it'll be brisk still by then, or we're not still dealing with 100. But a brisk fall morning, and come and run and see if you can beat Dr. Powell, because he's probably setting the pace. He's usually the pace setter.
Well, and again, it's a walk run, and it's a fun event, and it's. Again, to support the food pantry, and also for us. So it's either a non-perishable food item or dog or cat food. And again, we'll get more information out for the Friends of Roswell Animals about what they're looking for to support their mission.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll get that out. But start collecting or saving, setting aside now and helping out there. And in the meantime, I'm sure they're always accepting donations too. If you're just wanting to help out and you're like, well, I don't need a turkey trot right now, but here's some food to help out in the meantime.
Absolutely.
Please call that way you can find out what hours they can accept and can't accept and the logistics side of it. Because I'd hate for you to just drop stuff and no one's there available. And because unfortunately when that happens and it gets left and it doesn't always get intended to what things happen. So that way you can call and make arrangements to do all that kind of stuff. So. Good deal. But utilize those resources. I think, does the website have a little bit more information at roswell.enmu.edu?
It does.
That is the official website for ENMU Roswell. If you want to sign up for classes, learn about all the services and everything we've been talking about, go there to the website. I would also invite you, if you're a Facebook user, to like and follow. There's several different Eastern New Mexico University Roswell pages. Right. There's one that I think you constantly update and do discussions and chats on. There's your general information. Obviously, if you're a student and you're getting weather delays and stuff, that's usually one of the quicker ways to get that information. Right. So it probably behoove you to like and follow that anyway. So good way to stay connected with what's going on the campus and that kind of stuff. Right. So, good deal.
Well, appreciate you taking time and
anytime.
The show today.
We'll see you next time, and enjoy the cooler weather while we got it.
Absolutely.
So, do you like to run in the rain? Is it more fun to run in the rain, or
it's better to be dry?
Although, if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it rather than January.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. August/September run in the rain is probably a lot nicer than a January run in the rain.
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Powell. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, 8:52. Let's pause for news. A Cowboys report. You guys are still undefeated and going to win the Super Bowl because you won 40-0. So everybody, Cowboys Super Bowl. So you're still happy. Wait till Sunday when it's all.
Allegations of charging excessive prices for a key tuberculosis drug. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Did you get a lowball trade offer on your vehicle? Did you spend hours haggling over prices? Were you laughed at because of your credit? Of course not. You made the smart choice and went to Roswell Ford. At Roswell Ford, there's never been a better time to save thousands and get approved for the new car or quality pre-owned vehicle you've always wanted. Our lenders' approval requirements are more forgiving than ever. If you have a steady job and proof of residence, you could be approved in minutes. Even with bad credit or no credit, over mileage on your lease, or buried on your loan, Roswell Ford will take any trade, even if you owe $6,000, $8,000, even $10,000 more than your old car is worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. If you're looking for a new or quality pre-owned vehicle at or near your current monthly payment with little or no money down, visit Roswell Ford today for incredible savings. Roswell Ford, the home of Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell. Plus tax and tag, trade balance refinance to the new loan, subject to lender approval, offers not combined.
Today we're going to give you the 5th key to a great marriage, taken from Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The 5th key is commitment, living the love you promised.
Galatians 6:9 says, "And let us not get tired of doing what is right, for after a while we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up." You know, one of the keys to commitment is just deciding in your heart, I'm never giving up on God, I'm never giving up on my marriage, I'm never giving up on my family.
Commitment is a promise made and kept by two imperfect people. It's good for our kids to see that problems happen and we're committed to solving them together.
If you want all 5 keys to a great marriage, you can go to our website at jomconference.com.
This is a nasty little termite. It loves nothing better than to eat your house, your subfloors, your walls, around your windows, and then they swarm around taunting you.
We're eating your house! We're eating your house!
You'd like to kill them, wouldn't you? But you don't want trenches dug around your home, and you don't want holes in your foundation. That's where Dow AgroSciences and the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System come to the rescue. The same system that protects the White House can help protect your house. An authorized operator strategically places Centricon stations around your house and then carefully monitors them for termites. If they're found, a professional inserts bait tube devices. The termites take the bait and they die.
I feel like I'm dying.
Kind of like that, only a lot more effective. In fact, Centricon is proven to eliminate the termite colony. Termites are gone with Centricon. No more colony, no more problem. Visit Centricon.com.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today for all of Southeast New Mexico. 575-623-5344.
Roll into Big O for big savings on oil changes and tires. From now until September 17th, get a $24.95 synthetic blend or $44.95 full synthetic oil change. Plus, get a $70 rebate on select Michelin brand tires and an additional $70 rebate on installation of select sets of 4 Michelin tires. Roll into Roswell Big O Tires today. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. Includes up to 4 quarts oil. Void where prohibited. See rebate form for terms and conditions. Additional retailer offer advertised within is independent from the manufacturer's offer.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor.
Wow.
I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating 2 companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now, and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
This may be the biggest sales event of the whole year. The greatest sell-off is on at Roswell Honda, and that means the race is on to save big. Like a 2019 Ford Fiesta for just $329 a month, or a 2011 Toyota Highlander for just $289 a month. Plus, push, pull, or drag in your trade, and it's worth at least $2,000 towards your next vehicle. Then join Roswell Honda September 23rd from 10 to 1 for free lunch and great prizes, including your chance to win an Xbox Series X Forza Horizon bundle. The greatest sell-off on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd. The journey rolls on for your Roswell Coyotes, and coming up this Friday, your Coyotes travel to Carlsbad to take on the Cavemen. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com have got you covered. Join Art Sandoval and Kelly McDonald for the pregame show beginning at 6:45 and kickoff at 7. Coyotes versus the Cavemen of Carlsbad, Friday night beginning at 6:45 on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at KSVPTV.com. Southeastern New Mexico's sports authority, then, now, and always.
Your home for Sean Hannity in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
And that's going to do it for us. Have an amazing weekend. We'll be back bright and early, 7 a.m. on Monday. Till then, take care, everybody.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com.